in that department. Javinas was a guy that was averaging just about the same. He was 60 for 119, 886 yards, 147 per game. But last week, he did not play the quarterback position. That was Dallin Brown. Dallin Brown had a field day. Dallin Brown is actually 8th in the region in rushing, 391 yards. He's averaging 11.5 yards per carry. So some really good numbers for the quarterback for the Pineview Panthers. So a lot of excitement brewing to watch these two featured quarterbacks. Let's take a look at our coaches' comments brought to you by the Locker Room. Tom and Tyne, everything for athletes. Been around for years getting you all of your apparel, accessories. They have trampolines, they have pickleball equipment, they have all those hard-to-find items. Shop local, shop at the Locker Room. Game starts when you leave the Locker Room, 514 North Bluff Street. I talked to Coach Frankie. He's sick. He's absolutely sick right now. Told us that earlier today. He's hoping that he could just kind of get through this one and get home and get some rest, and I'm sure he would rest a lot easier if he got a win here on the road against Pineview. He did downplay that this is a rematch. He said that was last year with those players. This is this year with new players, and obviously not a bad perspective as a coach. You want to make sure your kids are focused. Last year has nothing to do with this year's game, although it is the first time these teams have met, obviously, since that day in November at Rice-Eccles Stadium. And we all know what happened with Quinn Kaiser flipping it, Gavin Young for the touchdown with seconds on the clock on 4th down to beat Pineview. And, I mean, Pineview remembers that. Ben Meyer talked about it from a different perspective, said, yeah, we know about it, but we're not focused on that right now. Well, we're focused on getting the ball to Mpungi, going with the hot hand, who is Dallin Brown, and we've got to find a way to minimize and wrap up Mr. Noah Sewell because he's hard to bring down. Brock Perry as well. And for Coach Frankie, he said he's more concerned with stopping Jacob Mpungi than he is Dallin Brown. He says that's our number one focal point. They did prep for, possibly seeing Javinas or Brown, and they'll be ready for whatever has to offer. Coach Hosner and Coach Frankie were both down there talking to each other before the game. These guys know each other well. The one common component, they're both hail from New York. They're both New Yorkers, and so that's the way living in St. George, Utah, coach of football, two of the best. And now, as it stands, two of the longest Region 9 coaches as far as longevity in the region. I would like to welcome you in to Pineview High School. This is the Sinister Orthodontics pregame show. Andy Thompson joining me now. And Andy, let's talk about our Camping World keys to the game. And start first for the Thunder. Yeah, they're 3-0. They haven't lost a region game. But what's going to be important from your perspective so that they can get the road victory here tonight against Pineview High School?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for them with Dallin Brown in at quarterback, he's shown how well he can run it. He passed it really well and efficiently against Hurricane. He was 5 of 6, had a couple touchdowns, but applying pressure on Dallin Brown and making him beat you with his arm and keeping him, rounded up in that pocket, whether it's Carter Reynolds or Peyton Place or any number of their linebackers, defensive linemen, they've got to figure out a way to make him one-dimensional and throwing the ball here tonight for Pineview. Yeah,
obviously, Mpungi's the guy, 11 touchdowns on the ground. But that read option, you got to take care of both quarterback and running back, so that is very difficult to do. As for Pineview, what do you think the number one thing is?
I think for Pineview, it always goes back to Jacob Mpungi. He did excellent against Snow Canyon, one of the best defenses in Region 9. Dixie was able to hold him under his averages a little bit. But I think for Jacob Mpungi to get going early, busting one off with a big play. He's a big play type runner, and I think he's got to be over 150 yards to 170 yards tonight in order for them to get the win against the Thunder tonight.
Obviously, turnovers in a game of this importance, field position, and obviously 3rd and 4th down conversions could play a huge part in this one today. We'll try to keep track of it all. Our coach's comments brought to you by Camping World St. George. Find the largest selection of RVs, lightweight travel trailers, fifth wheels, Class A, Class C, you name it. They've got a full retail store with, you need a generator, they got it. You need a tent, they got it. You need some camping chairs, absolutely have it at Camping World's retail store, plus a full service center. You may need to start thinking about winterizing those motorhomes soon. Take it to Hilton Drive to Camping World St. George. Devin Dixon and Andy Thompson with you here on our Findlay Volkswagen Game of the Week, and we are obviously excited to be bringing you the rematch. And captains are out there exchanging the coin toss right now as we're getting closer and closer to the kickoff. You got Christian Reese out there, Ryan Javinas, Bithell, as a couple of the captains there for Pineview. You got Panay Sewell, which is really a great story, playing with that torn labrum all season long, but you wouldn't know it, man, because he is just so tough. And, you know, we were told initially after the first game of the season he probably wouldn't play again. He might have to have season-ending surgery. He said, nope, I'm wrapping it, I'm playing through it, and here he is deep into the season getting ready to play in a rematch game against Pineview High School.
Yeah, sometimes we forget about that storyline early on in the season because we're this deep into region play. Talking with Coach Frankie on your show, I don't know if Panay's came up. He's just been solid all year long and has battled through a very painful injury, and Desert Hills is being rewarded for it.
There's Bailey out there, Panay Sewell. There's obviously Afualu, who's a great linebacker. Brock Perry out there exchanging the coin toss, and it is won by the Panthers. They'll defer to the second half. Desert Hills will indeed receive the opening kickoff here. Thunder in the white uniforms, white lids, good-looking uniforms, and then the home blacks with the white numbers for the Pineview Panthers. We welcome you in if you're on CEC TV, TDS Channel 22, or if you're watching along the World Wide Web via sportsradio977.com or the CEC TV YouTube channel. And obviously those listening on radio, if you're heading home, you can go home and pop us on your mobile device or on your television set. Thunder, Panthers, let's go. Appreciate Simmons Store Orthodontics, Camping World St. George, as well as the locker room for some of our pregame aspects. And let's talk about the Sky Mountain starting lineups here real quickly as we get the offense and the defense out on the field. And you've heard a lot about some of the skill position guys. We'll give some love to some of the guys in the trenches. And that's one thing that's interesting is both these teams, Andy, have really good offense and defensive lines.
Yeah, they do. And, you know, just saw Solo Katoa getting everybody riled up on Pineview's side. He and Koa have been awesome all year long defensively in the trenches, in the box for Pineview. And that's going to be a big challenge for Noah Sewell on the other side of the ball, who we're anticipating a lot of zone reads, a lot of running the ball, going up against that tough Pineview front with Brooks Melee and those 4 star linebackers for the Panthers.
We'll talk about star linebackers. I'm looking forward to seeing Jake Stokes from Desert Hills, 49 tackles coming into tonight, 4th in the region. Christian Reese, 47. Carl Reynolds also 44. So we got some guys that are racking up the tackles. And even when they're not making tackles, they're setting the edge and opening up for teammates to come and make plays. Kickoff tonight brought to you by Soltis Advisors. Kick off your financial future with a visit with one of the Soltis advisors, and it will be Connor Brooksby, the lefty from the 40, puts a foot into it. Let's play football, Pineview Desert Hills tonight. And it goes into the end zone, and it's automatically a touchback. And we'll see young Noah Sewell.
And I think, you know, something we were talking about on the pregame show, Double D, was obviously Desert Hills' schedule is a little bit backloaded. They play a lot of the most talented teams in Region 9 later. And I think tonight we'll see a lot more Noah Sewell keeping the ball and less throwing down the field. They want to pound it out with Brock Perry and Noah Sewell running the zone read. And I think tonight Noah's got to have, 18 to 20 carries.
Well, and Coach Frankie did say that because they've had some lopsided games, they have been able to keep the touches down for Brock Perry. They haven't had to rely on him, and they've kept him really fresh. But I expect a steady dose of Brock Perry in this game tonight. Thunder working right to left. 1st and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun goes Sewell. Sewell going to read option, keep it up the middle, have 5-yard pickup, and then lean forward and finally taken down. Give him 8, and it's out to the 28-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2.
And that is a tough matchup there where you bring in Panay Sewell playing basically a tight end as they overload right, and he gets out in that second level leading his little brother through as Noah Sewell gets 8-yard gain. 1st down. We'll see here on the replay. Good read, keeps it. Linebacker flashes out left to try to get to Perry, and Noah Sewell muscles his way for a big gain of 1st down.
He's got 10 rushing touchdowns on the season, does Noah Sewell, and they'll give this one to Perry. It's bottled up. He bounced to the outside. Bithell diving, can't get him to the 32. Still fighting. Spin move there, and then cut down at about the 34, and that'll be a Fabulous Freddy's 1st down and a pickup of about 7 yards for Brock Perry.
And anytime you can get the edge, even though they just barely got it against Brennan Bithell, that is a huge success for this defense. As you see, Bo Barbin kind of pinning Bithell there on the edge, allows Brock Perry to move in and out, misses Von Dinklage, and then a nice tackle there by number 9 of Pineview. That's Jashawn Allen.
Noah Sewell out of the guns, got trips to the near sideline, and he'll put Man in motion, that's Michael Barbin. And then keeping himself, and he's tripped up by Christian Reese. Shoestring tackle by Reese. Sewell does dive ahead for a yard, and it'll be 2nd down and 9.
And I like the aggressive call dialed up by this Pineview defense on first down. They're anticipating some kind of zone, jet motion action, and it's Christian Reese just flying in through the hole on the blitz, getting the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Pineview and Desert Hills. Riverside Business Insurance clock, 10:44 and ticking down, and now they'll stop the clock. Officials holding it for something, and I think Bithell has to come off the field. Not sure why. Some kind of equipment malfunction, maybe? I don't know. And now they'll wind the clock, and Sewell surveys the defense. Got his older brother, Panay Sewell, at the right tackle position. And they're going to run it behind Noah and Panay. And Brock Perry's got a huge hole, and he's out to midfield. And that's a nice pickup of 15 yards running off that right edge.
And we see his burst immediately, gets the ball, and then he's got Noah, his quarterback, out running, looking for somebody to block for him. Big gainer there for Brock Perry.
Yeah, there's a nice hole there. You could have run through that one there, Andy.
Not that fast.
Not that fast, no. But you would have got at least 3 yards. They'll go a little quicker here. Sewell out of the gun. Now he'll point out a would-be blitz. Christian Reese came up to the line. Read option. He'll give it to Perry. Perry waiting. Now bounces to the outside, and he gets the edge and gets a couple. But pretty good lateral pursuit and minimizing that gain to just about a 2-yard pickup.
And once again, it is Christian Reese crashing in almost immediately after the ball is snapped, causing some chaos. Throws the play off to the right, and as you say, really good pursuit there by the Panthers to bottle it up for a couple-yard gain.
2nd down and 8. Opening series of this game. 9:39 left to go, first quarter, no score. Trips to the near side, and they'll run left, and Sewell's got a big hole. Bounce to the outside to the 40, to the 35, and breaks a tackle at the 30, cut back at the 25, and then driven down at the 22-yard line. And another huge pickup of 22 yards by the quarterback, Noah Sewell.
Wow, what a deke move there by Noah Sewell. When he gets in space, he's big, but he can fake, and he did a good job there on Bithell to put a juke move on him. And we'll see Panay move to the left side, run power left. They're not trying to disguise where they're running it. And really athletic effort there by Noah Sewell to get the first down.
First down sponsor, Fabulous Freddy's. Open Lake, get your car washed. Save on gas when you do. Fountain drinks, just 99 cents. Direct snap to Brock Perry, and he'll bounce it to the outside off the right tackle, and he'll take it inside the 20 into the Red Rock Real Estate red zone, about the 18-yard line, and another pickup of 5 yards for the Thunder offense.
And I love the creativity here by Coach Frankie early in this game, making Noah Sewell a lead blocker here as they shift right. The snap goes directly to Brock Perry, and Noah Sewell is leading him through the hole for a decent gain there on first down.
8:40 left first quarter. Thunder with all run plays, have not attempted a pass, and it's going to be a run again. Noah Sewell is going to be taken down near the sticks, inside the 15, down to about the 14, maybe even the 13, and I think that's going to be right at the chains. And waiting for the signal, and they're going to wind the clock and give him the first down. So 1st and 10 Thunder.
Nice tackle there by Brennan Bithell, not before the first down, but they've been unable to corral Noah early in this game, especially when they're running power with the lead blockers for him.
You got Anoka Falatoalo in there on that offensive line. Panay Sewell. You've got Leonidas Jacobson. You've got some big linemen for the Thunder, and they're moving downfield, but shooting in the backfield, but breaking a tackle is Brock Perry to the 10, cut back at the 5, dives to the pylon, and is he in? Yes, touchdown Desert Hills. And that is a 13-yard run for Brock Perry.
What a run by Brock Perry. He had Solo Katoa up in his grill in the backfield. He couldn't make the play, and then he stiff-armed Samson Doyle, as we'll see here on the replay. Missed block on Solo Katoa. Had a chance at him, but he's so shifty. Then we see the stiff arm, and then back into the end zone. Dives in for the score.
Yeah, look at the balance on the sidelines. He's kind of leaning to keep himself in bounds, and then lays out. And here is our Therapia extra point. If you're looking for some extra help battling life's addictions. Learn more at thropia.net. High snap, and the hold is down in time, though, and the kick is up, and it is good by the kicker, Logan Callister, and the Thunder strike first. 7:57 left first quarter, and Brock Perry, the 13-yard touchdown scamper. We'll be right back after this timeout. Yeah, people geared up for this one tonight. Got a lot of people wearing pink in the crowd. And Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson back to Pineview High School, where the Thunder marched down. 80-yard drive, every single play a run. And Brock Perry, the 13-yard TD, 7-0 Thunder. And now we'll see the Pineview Panther offense, who has been putting up some points this year. They averaged 37 points per game. And this would, a lot of people thought would be a shootout. Callister kick, going to be returnable inside the 5. Here comes return man, has a little crease out to the 30, then the 40. The kicker to beat it, he beat it, but he just clipped him up, and he's down at the 41-yard line. A great return by Samson Doyle, and they'll set up shop deep in Thunder territory. There is a flag at midfield, or just this side of midfield in Pineview Panther territory, about the 47.
Samson Doyle has been awesome his last few returns for Pineview. Had a couple big ones against Hurricane last week, and 2 flags down on the field at different places, and it might, you got to presume, probably all coming back.
Now, there is another flag, you're right, down at the 20. I just saw the one at the 47, and they're marching it all the way back. Pineview's already got their huddle going at about their own 15. Holding on Pineview. And then a sideline warning was the second flag. So they'll back it up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And I'm assuming that the 20 was that hold that happened early. So they're going to start inside their own 15 for sure. If they spot a hold right at the 20 where the flag was thrown, they would start throwing 10. And I believe that's where they'll start and march it back. Yes, they do. 7-0 Thunder. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you here. If you're just tuning in on radio, thanks for locking us in on our mobile app, on our website where you can live stream this game. Or if you're headed home, make sure you go to sportsradio977.com. Or if you have TDS cable, you can check us out and watch the game on CEC TV, TDS cable channel 22. Marcus and Lauren and James and Dave and the entire staff teaming up with us for a game of the week every week. Sky Mountain starting lineup for the Panthers. We'll get them as we get this play in for you. They're going to blow it dead and no play. At wide receiver, you've got Jovan Francis. You've got Bateman. Obviously, you've got who has been, I think, a breakout receiver this year, and Hunter Moore.
Yeah.
And then you've got some of the big guys up front. You've got Micah Russell, Noah Kadiga. You've also got up on that offensive line, trying to see that number, make sure I'm correct, it's Daniel Elder, I believe. And then, of course, Mpungi in the backfield and Dallin Brown at the quarterback. Mpungi, what a season he had last year, and on pace to duplicate it again this year. I'm sure we'll see a steady dose of the read option here. What was the offsides on the Thunder? So 1st and 5 from the 15. They're going to give it to Brown. Brown's going to just run direct snap, and he's going to get it out to about the 18-yard line, pick up of 3, and it's going to be 2nd down and 2.
I like the look with John Perry, who's their nose tackle, in there kind of as an H-back on that right side, and it looked like maybe just a straight run, planned straight run up there for Dallin Brown.
They pulled 2 offensive linemen, plus had the running back leading that play, but Brown cut it back, and that allowed the linebacking core for the Thunder to make the stop. But still, you love 2nd and 2 if you're Coach Hosner or offensive coordinator Todd Shaw. you take a shot here maybe early in this game, try to tie it up quickly. They're going to run it to Mapungi. Mapungi's going to have a little crease and then try to bounce it outside. The ball pops out, but they say he is down on the ground. He's going to lose yardage, though, about almost 2 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 4.
And great job there by number 9, Carter Reynolds, coming backside off the zone read, collapsing down on Mapungi, tackling him from behind. Ball comes out off the turf. And something that we saw in that Snow Canyon game was trouble holding on to the football for Jacob, not only Jacob Mapungi, but for the whole Pineview team.
And that's the league leader in sacks right there. It wasn't a sack, but Mapungi never saw him. And Carter Reynolds is a track star. He's a state champ in track. He showed you the speed off the edge on that play for the Thunder. They come up, show blitz. They back out of it. They'll rush just 3. And now Mapungi trying to run for it. He's going to be really close to the 20. It just depends on the mark. I think it's going to be enough for a Fabulous Freddy's first down.
Yeah, they're waving the chains. Yeah, close, good physical run there by Jacob Mapungi to get the first down and trying to get a physical drive going to respond to the muscle that Desert Hills showed when they got the ball first time.
Looked like Kobe Rogers actually hit him a little early, but it was only with an arm, and he just couldn't secure Mapungi in with one arm and slowed him up there, limited that gain, but enough for the first down. So 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Panthers, trailing 7-0. 5:50 left, first quarter. It's Dallin Brown on a keeper. Nifty cutback, dives ahead and gets what he can. A nice tackle down low again by Carter Reynolds.
Yeah, almost like a little trap play here by Pineview with some lead blockers up through the hole. Gets a good gain there on first down. All runs so far for Pineview, as it was big number 74. That's Tomasi Tonga leading them up through the hole.
2nd down. Call it 5 for Pineview. Opening series of the game for them. Twins to the near side, twins to the far side. So 4 receiver set. Brown coming up like he's going to go under center. Instead backs out. Sidecar there on the left with Mapungi in the backfield. They'll run it. Straight sweep. Now a throw option and overthrown, incomplete. 3rd and 5. That play had a lot of options, but the throw was too high.
And I like the concept, rolling him out, getting blockers, getting him out of the pocket. Just wasn't in sync with his option wide receiver there on the left edge. As they're trying to, and as we said before, Dallin had a great game throwing the ball last week against Hurricane, and he's very accurate when he has a chance to throw.
Game today brought to you by Sky Mountain Golf Course. They had the state golf tournament today, the final round at Sky Mountain Golf Course. Tristan Gardner wins it, Snow Canyon player. The Desert Hills team was the highest placing out of Region 9. They took 3rd, but Lucas Schoen from Pineview, the freshman, shot 70 today. That was the lowest round of the 2-day tournament. And we have a penalty, and it's going against the Thunder. I think it was a personal foul, late hit if I'm not mistaken. And that's going to march that out to the 40-yard line, and the Panthers will have 1st and 10. Mapungi next to Dallin Brown. And Brown's going to keep it and probably should have gave it. He rode in the hip. Mapungi never took it. Brown ripped it back out on the read option and then got maybe a yard, and that was it.
And Carter Reynolds is such a lengthy, actually that's number 6, sorry, Dawson Mayfield on the left side, who made it very difficult to make that decision. And when he finally made it, it was bottled up.
Well, both defensive ends. Reynolds was coming from that other side again, though, and he got in on that tackle, give them each half a stop on that play. And now we got a sideline warning on Pineview again. No, they pointed to Desert Hills. Yeah, so that one's a sideline warning against Desert Hills, thrown by the head official. So now each team has a sideline warning. Think the coaches are into this one? Maybe. 4:23 to go, first quarter. 2nd down and 9 for Pineview. They trail 7-0. Brown going to throw. Now he's going to tuck it, run immediately up the middle, and he gets a yard or 2. And it's going to bring up 3rd down, and another good defensive stop by this Thunder defense. They fly around. They've got some team speed.
Yeah, there's so much closing speed in that second level of linebackers. You see Peyton Pace flying up there and a couple other backers. As soon as he decides to pull it down, they're very responsive and get to him before he gets much of a gain.
It was actually Bronson Andrews that was the guy that got there first on Dallin Brown. So 3rd down and 6. Pineview at their own 44. trailing 7-0 to the Thunder, who marched down and scored on a Brock Perry 13-yard touchdown. Big play here. Same play, it looks like. Fake the pass, he'll run it, and he's going to be real close to a first down. Good open field tackle by Afa'alo, and it's going to be 4th and inches, just shy of midfield, which they had to have for the first down.
Yeah, they run the exact same play. It looks like they liked their numbers in the box with the linebackers dropping back.
They bring in their heavy package, Andy, with Christian Reese, who is a starting linebacker, and also bring in some more.
Yeah, Austin Peterson, Koa Katoa is in there.
Yeah.
As well as Solo coming in late here on the right side for Pineview. This is their muscle package.
Out of the gun. Brown's just going to run it, and he's going to have the first down. He takes a big lick. That is a Gallion Welker big hit by Jaron Polu, but it's a first down for the Pineview Panthers.
And what muscle there for Pineview. They came through with a big shot here. Look at this power pistol. 3 lead blockers. You got a steal there by John Perry. Christian Reese lead them up through the hole as well as the Katoas. And Pineview wins that battle for the first down.
Again, Polu with the big Gallion Welker big hit, but it was already past the chains. And if you've taken a big hit in a car accident, make sure you call Gallion Welker Beckstrom, 628-1682. So a new set of downs here from the 47. Brown's going to flip it out of the backfield to Mapungi. Mapungi to the 40, the 35, and out of bounds. And about a 13-yard pickup on a quick little screen pass to Mapungi. I don't even know if it was a screen. It might have just been a swing pass because it didn't look like they had linemen out there leading that.
Yeah, I think it was a really good check down there by Dallin Brown as Carter Reynolds came unabated right at him. He just quickly flips it out to Mapungi, who's got that speed to get a first down before he goes out of bounds.
2:19 left on the Riverside Business Insurance clock. Save you money on workers' comp. Call Riverside for a free quote. 1st and 10. Give to Mapungi and taken down from the backside really quickly. That is a great open field tackle by Polu. Or was that actually Mason Krager? It was 32, not 33. Mason Krager with the stop.
Yeah, Mapungi in between the tackles so far tonight has been completely bottled up by Desert Hills. That time a yard behind the line of scrimmage.
Opening drive for the Panthers. And they trail 7-0, 140 and ticking. This quarter is flying by. A lot of run plays between these two teams early on. This looks to be a pass. Nothing there. Going to tuck and run. Flag flies as he's ran out of bounds about the 30-yard line. And I think we're going to have a hold potentially. That's usually where that flag comes from. And there's the official conferring with his side judge to make sure they saw the same thing. They're talking about it on the field. Gives us a chance to thank some of our great sponsors like Intermountain Sports Medicine for their support of Region 9 Athletics. They support athletic trainers throughout Region 9. At tonight's game, we have Sean Norton from Desert Hills High School and Michelle Hudson from Pine View. Thank you, Intermountain Sports Medicine. And it's actually a penalty against the Thunder. What do they signal? Defensive hold, it appeared. See if we can pick up where the penalty came. Brown's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Didn't see anything initially. Flag comes in. Mapungi actually put his hands up, but it goes against the Thunder. Maybe illegal hands to the face. I did not see the official signal. I was reading our thank you, Intermountain Sports Medicine liner, and now we've got a timeout. Timeouts all season long, brought to you by our friends at Hank's Riverwalk Grill. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Panthers knocking on the they're actually now in the Red Rock Real Estate Red Zone at the 15-yard line, trailing by 7 at Desert Hills when we come back on your Region 9 Radio Network.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
Yeah, we'll be selecting a DATS Trucking Player of the Game at the conclusion of this one. Right now, 7-0 Thunder. Good crowd, student body ready to go on a Thursday night. They moved this game up because UEA weekend is next weekend, and then out of school Thursday and Friday. So next week's games will be played Wednesday night. So by moving it up, you do get that one extra day of preparation for next week. Desert Hills will play Dixie next week. And Mapungi going to fake, and now Brown going to keep, and he's going to be tackled down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. And that's a nice pickup of 8 yards for Dallin Brown, the Panther quarterback, using his legs.
And they've been few and far between, but they have been able to gain yards going around the edges tonight. That time Dallin Brown with the keeper after faking it to Mapungi. Brings him that much closer to the first down.
Yeah, we've had some flags that kind of slowed this down.
Yeah.
It hasn't been a fast-paced drive, but you're right. They methodically move the ball down the field and are in position to try to tie this game. Thunder leads 7-0. But deep inside the Red Rock Real Estate red zone are the Panthers. Little lane change there for the defensive line. Mapungi going to run it right the middle, and he's going to have the first down. Down inside the 5 goes Jacob Mapungi. First and goal, Pineview.
And they've been, as you said, aided by some penalties, but to respond to that awesome drive by Desert Hills, where they just came out, and as we see the replay here, him navigating in between the tackles, rolls over for the first down. Good job there by Jacob Mapungi. Now it's going to be first and goal from about the 5 for Pineview.
Yeah, and for our radio audience, that replay right down the line, you can see exactly the spot there, plenty to get that first down. Brown, heavy package again. Give it to Christian Reese. Reese bowling his way down to the 3, maybe the 2. And he got chopped down pretty quick, but still a positive play on first and goal.
And when they've kind of gone to this bully package, this time they're handing it to Christian Reese with John Perry as a blocker, as well as I believe Koa Katoa there on the left side. They've been able to get short yardage. I like that they're going back to it here with just a little bit to go in the red zone.
Good block by John Perry, too.
Yeah.
On the edge there. And now again, heavy package. Dallin Brown going to keep it. He's going to take it in, and no signal. Now the signal comes. Touchdown, Pineview Panthers.
This time he utilizes all 3 of mostly linebackers in there to block for him, and Dallin Brown punches it in. Great response by Pineview on that drive.
PAT away from being tied at 7, and that was a drive that took about the entire first quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable long drive. There's only 27 seconds left in the first quarter, and both these teams have only touched the ball once. And that drive started back at their own 10-yard line. That's a 90-play scoring drive as Brooksby kicks it up, and he kicks it through. We're tied at 7 apiece on the one-loss scoreboard, thanks to the quarterback, Dallin Brown, taking it in for the 3-yard touchdown run. We'll be back after this full timeout.
Welcome to Understood.org, a free online resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Here you'll get personalized recommendations, practical tips, daily access to experts, and more. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org.
There is a place where young and old make connections, where kids feel like grown-ups, and grown-ups feel like kids. There is a place where beauty arises in contrast, where wonder is universal, and laughter second nature. There is a place where friends find a future, families find each other, and feelings find their home. There is a place.
Back live at Pineview High School, we're tied 7-7. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you here. And there's the kick, and a good one. And that's going to be into the end zone for the touchback. And Connor Brooksby, I'll tell you what, he has not had a returnable kick.
Yeah.
In a couple weeks. He didn't
He's
have
been
one
great.
in the entire game against the Hurricane Tigers. Every kick went into the end zone for the touchback.
Yeah, he's been awesome, and one of the things about this game strategically for these coaches is how much are you going to play your best athletes on either side of the ball? Are we going to see a lot of Brooks Melee on defense? Are we going to see Solo Katoa? How many reps is he going to get in the defensive line? He's in there now. But there's management when a game like this where you need all your talent, but managing their minutes is a big deal.
7-7 game out of the gun. Noah Sewell going to run it right up the middle, and nothing there, bouncing, and then goes backwards a step or two and lost yardage on that play.
And Micah Russell won't get credit for the tackle, but he was the one who stopped the momentum. And then some of the linebackers, I think, came in and cleared up as they would go power right up the middle. And Micah Russell just blows up his block and allows Austin Peterson to get back there and wrap him up for the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Great play by Russell.
That's it for the first quarter. We'll take a timeout, 60-second break, and the action tied 7-7 on the one-loss scoreboard. Thunder will face second down and 13 when we come back. Well, Hearst Days Hardware brings you our Region 9 updates, and 72-yard touchdown for Hobbs Nyberg. Another score tacked on. Dixie already on top of Hurricane, 14-0. No score between the Warriors and the Falcons. As right now, they're battling up there in Cedar City. Staley 2 for 5 for just 9 yards. Tosh Wright has a couple of carries for only 11 yards. And now there's a run off the left side for the Thunder. And a nice pickup, and that's going to get most of it needed for the first down. It's going to be third down and short now, third and a long 3 for the Thunder.
Man, Brock Perry flies, but he also flies when he gets hit here on the left. We'll see the big hit by, man, that's number 8. That's Paul Von Dinklage puts a shoulder into him.
Gallion Welker, big hit. If you're taking a big hit on taxes, get with Gallion Welker Beckstrand, your hometown attorneys. And now the run on third down. He's bottled up and taken down. Christian Reese says, not on my watch. And the Thunder are going to have to punt the football.
And he has stepped up huge after that first drive to get into the backfield. Blows it up before it gets going. Noah Sewell is running as the lead blocker once again with his brother Panay on the right side. But Christian Reese just so slippery, getting through the little creases in the offensive line, getting it into the backfield.
So here's the punt team onto the field. And the Panthers should have excellent field position. Michael Moten standing back at his own 40-yard line to await this kick. And Callister kicks it, and it's right to the 40 on a line drive. Moten is going to go down to Carter Reynolds. And what great kickoff coverage by the track star that plays a little football pretty well, too. And Reynolds rings him up. That's a 4-yard loss on the return.
Wow, like laser focus on the punt returner. Carter Reynolds, rarely the first guy is able to stop an athletic punt returner such as Michael Moten, but he's so rangy. He just came to a standstill, broke down, and made the tackle. Great play by number 9.
First and 10 for Dallin Brown and the Panther offense. 7-7 game here early on in the second quarter. 10:37 left to go before the half. All tied up. Hand off to Mapungi. Bounces outside quickly. Bounces it again, and then that was one too many bounces as there was a nice tackle by Giovanni Villafanua.
Yeah, he broke the contain of the defensive end, then he broke it of Peyton Pace, but then there were just more and more to come. As we see here on the replay, bounces it outside. As you say, bounces it once again, but not enough to get past Gio. Gio Villafanua, excuse me.
Second down and 9. Did get a yard. twins to, no, it is trips. They'll motion out of it, though. Moten comes to the near side, so now twins to either side. Brown looking to throw. Chased out of the pocket, and he is going to be evading the one-man and two-man, and then he goes down. Goes down at the 30. That third wave finally got to Dallin Brown, and guess who? The league leader in Region 9 in sacks, Carter Reynolds, with his first tonight.
Yeah, Carter Reynolds back there as well as Cole Bailey. We'll see Dallin Brown breaking tackles, moving around. Nobody comes open immediately, but eventually too many Thunder around as Carter Bailey gets back up after missing him to make the sack.
15 total tackles for a loss now on the season. 2 tonight. He had a Mapungi earlier in the backfield, and that's his 12th sack. That puts him 1 in front of Tyson Fisher right now currently, but T. Fish is obviously playing against the Hurricane Tigers. 9:12 to go. Hand off to Mapungi. Tripped up again down low. And got a couple, but that's going to be 4th down, and now the Panthers are going to have to punt the football. Good shoestring tackle again. And both defenses, first 2 drives, both teams scored. Offenses look good, and now the defenses both kind of taking over just a little bit. And that tackle there made by Mason Krager was a good one.
Yeah, he's been diving all over the place inside the box, getting at people's legs and stopping them short. Great play there once again by Krager.
Kick by Allen is high, and it's fumbled. And it's recovered by who? I think Pineview says they got on it. I believe they're correct. Panther football. Muff punt. And Samson Doyle with the recovery. And Pineview's going to have excellent field position. And oh my goodness, Gage Baird just didn't field it cleanly.
Yeah, they've had their share of mistakes so far tonight. This is the biggest one yet. Looking up ahead as he's trying to catch the ball. A couple Panthers dive over it, but then they're able to get on it in great field position.
They're going to take over at the 29-yard line of Desert Hills. We're tied 7-7 here in the second quarter. 8:29 on the clock before the break. And now a timeout taken by the Thunder. And we'll take it as well. It's brought to you by Hank's Riverwalk Grill. Don't forget, go enjoy Hank's. And if you feel like ribs, make sure you ask for the timeout special. You get 2 for 1 on ribs at Hank's Riverwalk Grill at Sun River. Just ask for it. We'll be back. We'll take a 30-second timeout here on CEC TV and ESPN Radio, your Region 9 network.
There is a place where young and old make connections, where kids feel like grown-ups, and grown-ups feel like kids. There is a place where beauty arises in contrast, where wonder is universal, and laughter second nature. There is a place where friends find a future, families find each other, and feelings find their home. There is a place.
And we're back to live action. 1st and 10, and a run right up the middle by the Pineview Panthers quarterback, Dallin Brown. He gets just 2 yards on 1st down.
We'll see on the replay here, just not much room to go for Dallin Brown after he fakes it to Jacob Mapungi. Panther fans getting anxious, I'm sure, to see number 6 break one here, especially down this close to the red zone.
7-7 game, under 8 minutes to go, second quarter. On 2nd down and 8, Brown keeps a good decision up the middle, has a crease, he's going to score. 5 touchdown Panthers. Dallin Brown's 2nd rushing touchdown of the night, and his 6th in the last 2 games since starting at quarterback.
And off that same play, it takes so much patience. He holds it as long as possible as he bows to Solo Katoa, their traditional post-touchdown celebration. But Dallin Brown proving that perhaps he could be the right man for the Panthers in 2017 with a huge run there to put the Panthers up 13-7. Wow.
Wow is right. He had 4 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns last week. Already 2 rushing touchdowns here. That one about a 26-yard touchdown run. And the Therapia extra point is good. Learn more about Therapia's services. If you or someone you know is battling life's addictions, at therapia.net. Wow, Dallin Brown right there. He's a difference maker for this team since he's got the job at the QB, and I don't see him giving this job back.
No, we've seen some struggles connecting, throwing the ball a little bit. They've gotten tangled up, but when he's got the ability like that, when you have Mapungi, who he can give it to, obviously, and then himself, who can break one at any point, and he's shown that the last 2 games, but also in the preseason when they bring him in late in games, he's got a lot of skill with the timing and the meshing of that zone read, and that's been money for him as he gets his 6th touchdown in a game and a quarter.
He's a difference maker. And we've got a chance to keep it right here and thank our friends at Appliance Wholesalers Plus. We're going to pick an AWP Playmaker Play of the Game and mark that one down here midway through the second quarter. The 26-yard read option keeper. If he gives that, it's probably a tackle for a loss, but he makes the right read, and I don't think he was touched up the middle for the score.
And if he takes it any earlier, it's probably not as big of a gain. It was just great timing by Dallin Brown.
Kickoff, expecting a touchdown, and it's going to be playable inside the goal line and returnable out to the 15 and then taken down to the 17-yard line. And Gage Baird is tackled at that point. And it looked like Panthers special teams player getting down there was Brennan Bithell, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, first.
Oh, no, it was Dylan Larson. I think it was actually 33.
Yeah, I think you're right. He takes advantage, finishes him off after a teammate gets in there, kind of spins him around. And Pineview's played a very physical game so far, not only defensively, but offensively in short yardage situations, which has enabled them to open up for the big plays like we just saw with Dallin Brown.
7:42 to go. Thunder offense now trailing 14-7. And Noah Sewell, Brock Perry in the backfield. Twins set to the far sideline. Ball spotted right between the hashes, so a lot of room either way to work with. And illegal motion. Penei Sewell stepped back off the line, and now they're going to wave it off. Yeah, they hadn't snapped the ball. He was the only one moving, so it wasn't 2 men in motion at the same time.
I think they might be so used to him being a tackle to watch him step off the ball. He's the last one on the line of scrimmage on the right side is a tight end. And it looks like the refs are going to confer a little bit more.
Yeah, officials timeout. They're going to talk about it. And how about the Panther student section? Doing the old traditional, we got spirit cheer. A goodie but an oldie. An oldie but a goodie.
Love that cheer.
Yeah, it's classy. And the Thunder cheerleaders getting their fans in student body section do the same thing across the field. So they do wave it off, and we'll replay the down, and here's Noah Sewell taking off the left side, has a little crease, and he's going to have a nice gain of about 11 yards, and that's a fabulous Freddy's.
First down, and another dynamic set by Desert Hills as they motion Penei Sewell from right to left, get him out on the outside. Linebacker pushes him out for Noah Sewell to cut inside for a pretty good gain there and a first down for the Thunder.
1st and 10, ball at the 30. And here comes Noah Sewell. Now Brock Perry directly behind him. And there's the snap. And they're going to run a pull guard, and Perry's going to try to follow him, but it's bottled up and nothing doing. Christian Reese, Brennan Bithell, and that's no gain on the play.
Great job by the left side of that defense as Leo Jacobson was pulling around here for Desert Hills, but he's stuffed. And man, Russell is having such a great game. Usually it's Brooks Melee on that left side, but they're wanting to preserve Melee on offense, and Russell has been awesome all night long, holding down that left side, get some help from his linebacking core, bringing down Brock Perry.
So Bithell, you always know where he's on the field with the flowing locks. And here is Noah Sewell going to run left, trying to get the edge, running over Bithell, but nothing there. Reese was standing there to make sure he didn't get past Bithell, and just a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 3rd down and long, 3rd and 9 for the Thunder offense.
And after that first drive, the physical matchup is really being won by Pineview as No Sewell gets a rare chance to drop back and pass. Nobody comes open, pulls it down, lowers his shoulder against Bithell, but Bithell and Reese are there to stop him for no gain.
14-7, 5:50 to go. Pineview leading Desert Hills. Sewell out of the gun, trips to the near sideline. Fakes, play action, looking, has a man, but he threw it behind Barbin. Maybe thinking Barbin was going to sit in front of the safety. He kept running and the throw was behind him, but incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like a miscue with Barbin. I think you're right, anticipating one thing, but getting another from his receiver as they kind of do a run pass option. Throws it in the middle. There was a pocket there, but as you say, Bo Barbin continues on his post down the middle of the field.
Tonight's game brought to you by Wilkinson's. Go see the experts. They have lights, fans, fixtures, home decor, and more across from Fiesta Fun in St. George. The snap is way high, and it's kicked low, and it hits a player, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to have great field position at the 24 of Desert Hills, and special teams woes are costing the Thunder.
Jacoby Clausen is the one who picks it up. But yeah, once again, the punt team, I don't know if it was an issue with the snap, but then he's able to get it, kicks a line drive, as we'll see here on the replay. Snap is high. He goes back, makes a good adjustment, but just kicks it way too low. Line drive hits off the back of a player, and then Jacoby Clausen picks it up. Great field position once again for the Panthers.
Yeah, that punt was like 4 feet off the ground. Hit a Panther in the back. Panthers pick it up, and they're going to have great field position. Mapungi takes it down inside the 20. A pickup of about 5, and they're into the Red Rock Real Estate red zone. And if you're looking to sell or buy in southern Utah, go see our friends at Red Rock Real Estate, redrockrealestate.com. They won't fumble when they hand you the new keys to your brand new home. Red Rock Real Estate. Hundreds of agents standing by to help you with your real estate needs as Mapungi stretches for 5. 14-7. Panthers lead the Thunder, looking for more. Brown's going to read option, keep it. And he's going to be stopped short of the first down. Pickup of just a couple. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Long 2. They signal the play in from the sideline. Mapungi and Brown have it. Carter Reynolds made that read option easy. Brown had to keep it, but then the rest of the Thunder defense right there to make the stop, including Jake Stokes. So big 3rd down play. Might be 4-down territory, though. Hand off to Mapungi. Looks like he's got the first down, and he does, and he'll drive ahead down to the 10-yard line. 1st down, just short of the 10, actually, but still 1st down Panthers.
He's so quick, spurting into any seam that he finds, and he's getting space in between the tackles and finding the seams. He's able to contort his body and adjust, and, you know, a tall kid with a long stride, but he's so agile and moves left to right so well. And great 1st down run there from Mapungi.
14-7, trying to make it a 2-possession lead here. Dallin Brown out of the gun. Mapungi, sidecar left. Going to keep it up the middle. Dallin Brown inside the 5. And he continues to find creases to run through behind that offensive line, and the Panthers in business.
Yeah, that inside zone is Mapungi goes out right. He's reading. Carter Reynolds gets a good block there by Tonga and puts him inside the 5-yard line.
2nd down, they can get a 1st down inside the 3 at about the 2. So it's 2nd about 3 inside the Red Rock Real Estate red zone. Read option again, they blow this play dead, and it's going to be a delay, a game false start. False start. Somebody move for the Panthers, the signal for our official tonight. 2 special teams mistakes. A muff punt gave Pineview great field position. They took the 14-7 lead, and now a bad kick that was on a bad snap give the Pineview Panthers the 2nd consecutive drive in Thunder territory, and they're looking to capitalize here on 2nd down and now 7. Mapungi shoots through that hole so quickly, down and back inside the 5 to the 4-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and about 1.5 yards.
And they're just running power football, and as I say that, they bring back in their beef package with John Perry, Solo Katoa, Christian Reese, all coming back in. Katoa as well, and Austin Peterson. Try to blast one in here. third down with a chance at a first down a couple yards away.
Great shot for the CEC Crews down the line. And Dallin Brown's going to run right. He's going to bounce it out. He's going to score. Dallin Brown is like UPS. He just delivers on the ground, through the air, but mainly on the ground.
His third touchdown of the night already in the first half. He's got his blocker straight up the middle, bounces it out to the right. He has been awesome.
Third rushing touchdown of the game for Dallin Brown. And the Panthers lead 27 with the Thropia extra point coming. What a start here in the first half for Pineview. 2:34 on the clock. Connor Brooksby, PAT is up, and it is good, and it's 21-7. Pineview Panthers lead the Desert Hills Thunder on your Region 9 radio network because Dallin Brown is a man on a mission. 3 rushing touchdowns back in 60 seconds. Thunder football.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made this vacation happen.
Double points with every purchase?
Cleverly merging promotions.
I love it.
Cross-referencing travel sites. And booking all your flights with those...
Vouchers. I got us bumped.
They were like, oh. But now they're like... Aloha. You aced this vacation. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Kickoff by Brooksby of the Panthers into the end zone for yet another touchback and a beautiful night for football. Temperatures mid-70s, about a high of 87 today. Full moon is now out. Under the lights we go on a Thursday night. And the Pineview Panthers lead 21-7. Devin Dixon along with Andy Thompson. And Andy, this is an incredible start for Pineview.
Yeah, and they've been the beneficiary of a couple big Desert Hills mistakes, but they've capitalized. 2 red zone chances off of bad special teams play on the punt. And they've taken it to the house. Dallin Brown, once again, finishes off a drive with a big touchdown run.
Expect the unexpected. I always say it, right?
Yes.
How about Snow Canyon, Canyon View tied scoreless at halftime?
Wow.
I mean, Canyon View's licking their wounds after a 64-0 drubbing over the Flyers. And you remember, Snow Canyon-Dixie was a 13-10 game. It was a 3-point win for Dixie. And yet the Warriors have not been able to score on the Falcons. The Falcons have not won in region. In fact, they have not won on the season. And with a good second half, maybe they can get their first win of the year. I'm sure Coach Esplin has other plans. Fly sweep faked. Noah Sewell's going to roll right, stiff arm, and he's going to be taken down at about the 16-yard line. He jumped up like he wasn't tackled, but they say he was indeed down. And I think he's going to lose a yard or two there. Back to the 18.
This Pineview defense is so good. The linebacker are getting back into their zone coverage. Nobody came open. He had somebody a little bit on the flank, but not for many yards. So Noah decides to take it down, and then he's taken down for a loss. Man, this Pineview defense has been excellent in pass coverage and stopping the run after that first drive.
1:54, so just 1:54 left on the Riverside Business Insurance clock. So this truly is 2-minute drill, second down. And there's the throw over the middle, could be intercepted, it is! Picked off by the Panthers, Jashawn Allen, sky and high, and that ball was just not thrown on the money, and it's picked off.
Yeah, Allen with his second pick in as many games, and once again, down the middle of the field, it just floats a little bit too high, maybe going to Barbin again, and that time it looked like just a throw that went a little too far as opposed to a miscue, which happened last series.
First Day Software update. Dixie now leads 21-0. Barbin hits a 42-yarder to Hera. And now Dallin Brown going back to work. He's already got the hat trick, 3 rushing touchdowns, but he's bottled up for a loss here. He'll lose a yard back to the Thunder 46. And it'll be 2nd down and 11.
We've yet to see him have the time or the inclination to really throw one down the field. He's kind of sporadic in the pocket, never looks fully comfortable, always looking to pull it down and run, but Desert Hills had too many guys around him that time.
And the Thunder defense been on the field a lot this first half. And they got to try to find a stop. Already down 21-7. Mapungi breaks some tackles to the 40. Cuts it at the 35 to the outside, to the 30, 25, cuts back to the 20, and finally tackled down inside the 15-yard line. Wow, Jacob Mapungi doing a little pinball wizard.
Holy cow, yeah, you're right. What a run inside and out. Desert Hills brings, I think, 6 or 7 on a double blitz in the middle. He gets past that first line of defense, and then he can just wriggle his way inside and out. Pinball, as you say, around the field. Electrifying run by Jacob Mapungi.
Panthers into the Red Rock Real Estate red zone again. Fake to Mapungi. Brown's going to keep it, and he's going to dive ahead into the linebacking core to the 10-yard line. That's a pickup of 4 on 1st down, 2nd down and 6.
Bronson Andrews with a pretty good hit there on Dallin Brown. He just keeps on going as timeouts called by the Panthers.
Yeah, try to get the right play here. And Desert Hills looks a little gassed on defense. They're coming off a bye week, they're fresh, but this defense, again, they've been on the field a lot. The turnover, the muff punt, the bad snap, and then the bad punt. And Pineview has had 3 consecutive drives start because of their defense, and their offense is rolling on the ground right now with 47 seconds left. So they wanted to stop the clock here, preserve as much time as they can. Defensive coordinator for the Thunder, Nick Hansen, he does a fantastic job right now, but he's got his work cut out for the defense in this situation. They need a turnover the other way. You'd hate to go down 28-7.5 on the road at Pineview High School. But that's what they're facing if they can't get a stop here. Mapungi fakes. Dallin Brown keeps, and he's down inside the 5. 1st down, Panthers. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line.
Man, almost broke it again. Had one guy to beat, and I think it was Peyton Pace who gets him down before the goal line. But you're right. Desert Hills in desperate need of a stop to not only not go down by 21 points, but then Pineview getting the ball out of the locker room.
34 seconds. Clock is ticking. 1 timeout left, I think, for the Panthers. Not going to use it. They're going to go. And Mapungi walks in. Touchdown, Pineview. Jacob Mapungi. 4-yard touchdown run.
Wow. An easy one there for Mapungi as everything opened up. Late flag thrown probably on the celebration there for Pineview, but everything opened up for number 6, maybe keying on Dallin Brown. This time just simply gives it without making a read, and Mapungi strolls in to make it 27-7.
Yeah, point after coming. Thunder need to get the offense going because the defense is getting the ground and pound hammered to them right now by the Pineview offense. And Dallin Brown and Jacob Mapungi run that read option to perfection. You got to give some love to that offensive line. They are opening up some nice quick hitter holes, but they don't have to hold those blocks very long when you have the speed of these 2 guys.
Yeah, they just get through. They see a hole and attack it, whether it's Brown or Mapungi. They just have to engage the Thunder a little bit, and they get right through.
Just a beautiful night for football here from Panther Stadium. They've got Defining Our Legacy on the far sideline. Got the Panther Stadium emblems in the end zone where Connor Brooksby is kicking this extra point into. Trying to make it 28-7. Snap and holder good. Kick is away, and it is up, and it is in. 30-second timeout. 28-7. 24 seconds left in the first half up there on the one-loss scoreboard. And we'll be back for the finish of the first half after this quick break.
There is a place where the desert comes alive, where rain breaks forth from solid stone and gardens spring from blistered rock. There is a place with enough color to make a rainbow jealous, where boulders are bigger than buildings and cliffs are higher than clouds. There is a place that will straighten your step, tighten your grip, widen your eyes, and open your jaw. There is a place.
Welcome back, Findlay Volkswagen, bringing you tonight's game. Go see their all-star lineup, Jettas Passats, the 7-passenger new Volkswagen Atlas. And now the kickoff coming here for Pineview, and their fans got to be loving this. They will enforce a celebration 15-yard penalty on this kickoff, so they'll kick it from their own 25, so should be returnable for the first time tonight, you would think.
Cool to see Dallin Brown down there high-fiving all of his offensive linemen who have opened up so many holes for him tonight. Noah Kantiga has had a great game, as well as Tomasi Tonga,
yeah, that's who I'm
among
hanging
others.
With. If I'm a quarterback and I've got 3 rushing touchdowns, and then the 4th is a rushing touchdown from Lapungi, who's finally like, let me have one.
Now getting a little chat from Ryan Javinas that down there on the bench.
Thunder were up close, maybe. Now they spread back to the traditional kick return set. Brooksby puts a chip shot into it. It's going to be taken by the up back. And he's going to go backwards, and he's going to try to get the edge, and he can't. On the return was Otuafi, senior DB, and the Thunder now with just 16 seconds set up at their own 33-yard line.
It was Koa Katoa here on special teams who grabbed him and flipped him around. Wouldn't let him get the edge.
Thursday night, I know we normally have NFL action here on ESPN Radio, but New England leading Tampa Bay, just give you an update, 13-7 at the half. Here's Sewell, trips to the near side. They got one timeout, so can try to go over the middle of the field, but he just did him last series and got intercepted, so they're going to run the football with Brock Perry, picking his way outside. Got to the 40, picked up a 6, and that was it. And then Bithell just steamrolled over Noah Sewell, and a flag came out. I kind of caught the end of it. Watch the end of this play for our television audience. There's the tackle, and he can't see it from that frame. Looked like there may be a late hit going one way or the other. And it looks like maybe going to be going on Noah Sewell. So 15-yard penalty. Not much going right for the Thunder here in the first half. And if that penalty goes against Pineview, you think maybe you take a shot. Now I think you just run the ball and go in and regroup.
Yeah, I think you're right. Penalties, miscues, interceptions, special teams issues. A lot to talk about in halftime for Desert Hills.
ALCS game going on tonight. Cleveland leading the New York Yankees, bottom of the 6th, 4-0. Thunder will take a timeout, brought to you by Hank's Riverwalk Grill. And again, real quickly, some Hearst Ace Hardware scores. What we know right now, barring a quick score, halftime we know Snow Canyon, Canyon View scoreless, 0-0. Last report, Flyers were leading 21-0 over Hurricane. And here it's 28-7, Pineview on top of the Thunder. A lot of action on a Thursday night around the region. Who knew the closest game would be Canyon View tonight?
Yeah, who would have guessed? I know I didn't guess that, but man, surprise here with Pineview just steamrolling Desert Hills, winning the physical battle and the mental battle, not making many mistakes and executing. What a first half for the Panthers.
Pick 6 by Sam Westfall. Dixie now leads 28-0. About 3 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first half. Saw the tweet from Andy Griffin, and we wish Andy Griffin the very best. He had to have some surgery this week, so he's not on assignment tonight working with us on one of these games. Speedy recovery, AG. Hopefully we'll see you next week. 4 seconds to go. Noah Sewell going to drop back, look to pass. Now he's going to run. And he's going to be hit at the 36, push ahead to about the 40, and that'll end the first half. And a good one for the Pineview Panthers, Andy. And now flags fly, tempers flare. Oh, my goodness. And it got chippy there at the end of that. And post-play, so we could see some penalties enforced in the second half, I believe. You've got Gabriel Sewell out on the field trying to get their players away from Pineview. And now the Panthers are leaving the field, and they're letting their crowd asking for a little love. They're all fired up. 28-7 at the break. Andy, what happened on that last play? Maybe we can get a shot of that last play. Certainly frustration, tempers flaring.
Yes, well, it looked like Noah Sewell got hit pretty hard and driven into the ground a little bit at the end of this one, and then big Panay Sewell comes barreling in, driving a Panther into the ground. I think that was Koa Katoa, and then a pushing match starts there with Noah and Brennan Bithell. So frustrating half for the Thunder. Kind of came to a 4 there on that last play.
28-7 at the half. We'll take a 2-minute timeout when we come back. The InfoWest halftime report. We'll have highlights. We'll have reaction. We'll keep you up to date on the scores from around the region. And we'll get you some scores from around the country as you've got some college football, some pro football. You've got some playoff baseball. We'll get you an update on everything and breakdown of this one and some thoughts as we get set for half number 2 after the 2-minute timeout. Back with the report on ESPN Radio.
Por las cosas que nos pueden mantener seguros. Y ahora, las que llevamos con nosotros ofrecen alertas inalámbricas de emergencia. Por medio de un sonido y vibración particular, estarás al tanto donde quiera que estés.
Just leave it. I mean, we could test it. We could test it for this halftime.
Hates homework. It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's just gotta try a little harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul.
Estimated time, 47 hours.
They will beg.
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
They will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking?
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls, second.
Are you orange?
Music is a bridge between the material and the spiritual. As a blind person, you have to be aware that nobody can tell you what you can or can't do. You really have to try things. My wife, who was also blind, was a good cook. When she died, that's when I started Meals on Wheels. My name is Harvey Lauer. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Connor is struggling in school.
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
This game we thought was going to be a shootout, and it was, but it was one-sided shootout at the break. 28 points, and good news for everybody wanting to get the big score dessert from Holbrook Asphalt. We got it at halftime, so that means if you're listening in your car, if you're here at the game, anytime tonight you can go over to ask for your Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert at Yogurtland, and it's absolutely free for your first 5 ounces of yogurt.
Yeah, how about it, Panthers? 28 points in the first half. We'll be enjoying some yogurt courtesy of them after this one. Can't wait.
Hey, Andy's texting Hannah right now. I'm going to meet you over there, honey. We'll get some yogurt. Pineview looking good. Let's go to for our television and our audience on Sports Radio 97.7.com. Let's go to our first half highlights here inside our halftime show presented by InfoWest. And Thunder got the ball first, and 80-yard march, and a lot of it on the legs of Noah Sewell as he got him down deep into Panther territory. Him and Brock Perry were kind of 1-2 punch, and these offenses really mirror each other, and there's the read option, and Perry bounces it nicely, 13-yard touchdown, and Desert Hills struck first and led 7-0 at that point.
Yeah, just a statement drive of the first game. They're going to be physical. We're going to run it every single time, and it worked. But then Pineview, aided by a few penalties, gets down into the red zone on their first drive, and it's Dallin Brown punching it in to tie the game up. And that was just foreshadow of what was to come for the rest of the half as Dallin Brown celebrates on his way back to the bench for the Pineview Panthers. We see here Gage Baird loving the punt, and Pineview falls on it in plus territory, get the ball back, and we'll see Pineview respond with, once again, Dallin Brown here, this time faking it to Mapungi, going up the middle for the score, and that was his second touchdown of the night. He had 4 last week, so that was his 6th in a game and a quarter for Pineview as he was chosen to kind of lead this team over Ryan Javines last week and, making his case again this week. That's his 3rd touchdown. That time bounces it outside with the beef package into block for him. Good adjustment there by Dallin Brown. Bows to his sensei for his 3rd touchdown of the night. Then Noah Sewell struggled a little bit in the first half, passing it this time, overthrows all of his receivers, and the pick made there by Von Dinklage for another turnover.
And then Dallin Brown going back to work here. Again, you're going to see every play is the read option. This time Mapungi gets it, and then look at the lateral quickness, and then the jets, and then he bounces it, and then at the end of the run, he's going to stop, stutter step, and then go again, just really showing you the full arsenal of moves from Jacob Mapungi on that play right there. And they were on the march yet again, and then one play later, hey, let me have a touchdown. Mapungi says, I want one too, and he takes it in for the TD, and 28 unanswered points for the Pineview offense.
Yeah, this offensive line, Riley Duckworth has had a great game. Bridger Barney, Tomasi Tonga, as well as Brooks Melee have been blocking great in that first half to open up many lanes for the Panthers.
So 28-7 at the half. Pineview up on Desert Hills, and we've got more of the InfoWest halftime report coming up when we come back. We'll get you Region 9 scores, the latest we have for you on the Dixie Hurricane game as well as the Snow Canyon Cedar game. We'll try to get you some stats on those other games as well, plus some scores from around the country. 2-minute timeout. Back for more of the halftime show presented by InfoWest here on your Region 9 Radio Network.
Por las cosas que nos pueden mantener seguros. Y ahora, las que llevamos con nosotros ofrecen alertas inalámbricas de emergencia. Por medio de un sonido y vibración particular, estarás al tanto donde quiera que estés.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another round. There is a place.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's because you're not in audition, Andy.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. Already posted it.
You made your house a reality. Homeschooling yourself on loans, color-coding listings, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. If you can ace house hunting, you can do it for retirement. Get on track with tips at aceyourretirement.org.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another round. There is a place.
Back live at Pineview, Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson, Info West Halftime Report. And let's get you some scores. They're just kicking off in the second half in that Thursday night showcase game of the National Football League. Patriots lead the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 13-7. Brady, 169 yards and a touchdown. Doug Martin, first game back from suspension, 7 carries, 55 yards, and 1 TD. So that's the only NFL game, obviously, tonight. But you have that other college football game going this evening. And Louisville and NC State ranked inside the top 25 for the first time in a long, long time. And the Wolfpack lead 17-10 as they're into the third quarter. About 9 minutes left in the third quarter. And NC State just missed a field goal, so maybe an opportunity there for Louisville and Action Jackson to get a little something going. Panthers are already back out on the field, but Desert Hills is yet to come back out on the field for the second half, and we'll talk adjustments in just a minute. But let's get you some other scores from around Region 9 and give you as much information on those games as we have. And again, invite you to stick around after it's all said and done tonight. Paul and Rustin back in the TDS Cable for Business Studios will bring you the Region 9 recap. The big storyline, I think, is Fisher. We're getting reports that Tyson Fisher of Dixie took a swing at the Hurricane Tigers player and got ejected from the Dixie game. May face, obviously, a one-game suspension for next week, I believe is the rule, if you're ejected there for throwing a punch. So we're getting that report via Twitter. Of course, we're not there, but that's what we are hearing. Andy Griffin, actually, our colleague, reporting that on the Twitter feed. So I believe that's probably very, very accurate. But Dixie, again, rolling. Hobbs had a 72-yard touchdown. Barban hit Hara for a 42-yard pitch and catch, and a pick six by Sam Westfall. Some of the big plays in that one. As for Snow Canyon, they're into the third quarter already, 9:17 to go, and Snow Canyon came out and scored. They have a 7-0 lead. Tosh Wright, Andy, the bus, 15 carries, 119 yards, and 1 touchdown. So the ground game there, in effect, with Tosh Wright doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah, getting it going, 119 yards, it looks like, for Tosh. Slow a little bit. I know a lot of Warrior fans surprised by the outcome last week against Cedar, and kind of Trent Maurer taking over that game, rushing for over 200 yards and giving them the triple overtime win. But looks like Snow Canyon might be starting to roll a little bit, at least in the second half.
I always say expect the unexpected. I honestly did not think that Snow Canyon would be tied 0-0 at the half, but they do have that lead. And again, here it is 28-7, Pineview Panthers on top of the Desert Hills Thunder. We'll take a final 60-second timeout. When we come back, we'll get you some thoughts, some adjustments, go back and revisit our Camping World keys to the games, and we'll have action in the second half here coming up on your Region 9 Radio Network and CEC TV.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund Reading.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Information on hot water heating.
No. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out the words.
World music, playing track now.
No.
Let me try. Our daughter gets confused about which details in a story are important.
Which paper towels are most absorbent?
What?
Here are 5 product reviews.
Why are you not getting me?
See, I told you.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Welcome back. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson, Info West Halftime Report. Andy, let's talk about the second half adjustments. We thought, tackling Noah Sewell was going to be a key for Pineview's defense, and they have bottled him up for the most part in the first half.
Yeah, whether it's on the zone read or him running it after a pass breaks down, the linebackers have been in the backfield. They've really contained well on the edges, and he really hasn't got going. I mean, we saw that last play when things kind of got heated. He's been getting hit hard all night long by this Panthers defense.
And obviously for the Thunder defensively, they had to slow down Jacob Mapungi. Coach Frankie told us earlier today, I'm more concerned with Mapungi, honestly, than Brown at this point. But Dallin Brown, 3 rushing touchdowns. Mapungi had the other one. I pick your poison because that read option, you got to stop them both. You got to tackle them both, in essence, every play.
Yeah, exactly. Dallin Brown has been artful the last 2 games with the timing of that zone read, making the right decision almost every time, especially down in the red zone. And that's the reason he's got 3 touchdowns in one half.
So second half kickoff coming. Both teams out on the field, ready to go. Now, there's going to be some sort of a march off on the penalties, I got to believe, post-play that will affect where this kickoff is from. Pineview will receive the second half kickoff, but I think it was the call against Pineview. So you're seeing Desert Hills, looks like they're going to kick it from the 40, but it looks like they might move it out to midfield. The conference is going out near midfield, so I'm not sure. Now, maybe they can elect to take it after the kickoff. I don't know. Coach Frankie's getting an option right now of some kind of a conversation from our head official here tonight. So see what that conference leads to. Certainly there was fouls called at the end, and then the officials never really signaled anything, and everybody rushed into the halftime. So I'm not exactly sure. Yeah. I got to believe there was a personal foul penalty.
Yes. Yeah, there had to have been. Everybody was so eager. The coaching staff to get their players the heck off the field, so nothing happened. Heading into the locker room, there was so much chaos, but it looks like the refs getting it sorted out here.
Full moon. Panthers on the prowl, 28-7 lead. Entertaining first half, especially if you're a Pineview Panther fan. For Desert Hills, they got to try to get that offense rolling, and the defense needs to really create some stops. Down 3 touchdowns. And the turnovers were the big storyline, honestly. I mean, you don't have to go further than the turnovers. The muff punt, the interception, and then the bad snap on the punt. 3 different times Pineview took over with possession in Thunder territory. And still, Dallin Brown has only completed 1 pass, and that was a swing pass to Jacob Mapungi on a quick-hitting check down.
Yeah, and that's got to be the goal of this Desert Hills defense, is figure out a way to make him throw the ball. He's running so well that they haven't been forced to pass, but when they have, he has looked very uncomfortable, and Desert Hills wants to continue to put them in situations where they have to throw the ball.
And really, Noah Sewell is known more for his running prowess than throwing it, but Desert Hills is going to have to try to still mix it up. They're going to need to throw the ball a little bit here to mount this comeback, I got to imagine. Now, early in the third quarter, maybe if they get a stop and 2 scores, they can stay to the run. And then there's a run back that's tackled short of the 20-yard line.
Colt Madsen with the stick there for Desert Hills. He's their backup running back, also one of the fastest guys on the team. He bursts through, gets him right on the thigh pads.
Samson Doyle really didn't have anywhere to go. Didn't have any time to make a cut there before he was dropped. So 1st and 10 for Pineview, up 28-7. Just shy of the 20-yard line. Nose of the football, almost touching it. And we'll see who comes out and sets the tone early here in half number 2. 28 unanswered points for the Panthers. Can they get more? Brown's going to run it. Flag flies, stretching wide. He's going to have a pickup almost out to the 28, but hold everything. Let's wait and see what the flag was. It was thrown by a head referee, and it's going to be a hold against the Pineview Panthers, and this one's coming back.
It looks like it may have been on the edge there. Javon Francis trying to seal the edge, he's trying to get an explanation from the ref, but I didn't get a great look at it, but that was the call.
Second half brought to you by Intermountain Sports Medicine. Incredible team doctors and physicians. We got Michelle Hudson, Sean Norton for Desert Hill and Pineview, keeping our athletes safe. Love that partnership. Very, very, very great working relationship between Intermountain Sports Medicine and Region 9 Athletics. And that run picks up a couple, but Second down and call it 17 still for the Pineview Panthers.
Good job by the nose guard, Kobe Rogers there, controlling the inside gaps. Not a lot of room to run up the middle.
Panthers looking good here, but got to try to move the chains. 2 plays to pick up 17 yards. They go right up the middle. Dallin Brown's going to get a chunk of it back. Out across the 20. It'll be 3rd down and 9. They'll spot him at the 21-yard line. So you pick up almost half of that back, and now you've got 3rd and more manageable.
And we'll see, kind of within the context of this new offense with Dallin Brown, what means that it's going to be a passing situation. 3rd and 9 in your own territory. Are they just going to keep running the zone read, or will they branch out here, try to throw it to somebody like Michael Moten, who with Ryan Javinas was his go-to guy almost every 3rd down situation.
Clock ticking, 10:35 to go, 3rd quarter. Hand off to Mapungi straight ahead. He breaks a tackle and pushes it across the 25 out to the 26. But it's going to be 4th down and 4. And the Panthers are going to have to punt the football here to start that drive off in the second half with a 3 and out, but really a 4 and out because the hold really backed them up.
Yes, and not a surprising play call. They've been gouging Desert Hills running the ball on 3rd and 9. Normally that's a pass, but I don't mind the call there with how well this offense has been running the ball.
Yeah, they haven't proved they can stop the run consistently tonight. Snap is good. Allen's kick is up high off the left foot, and everybody get away, says the kick returner, which is Baird, and that's going to be pretty good field position for the Thunder. It'll stop rolling down at about the 39, 40-yard line. They'll call it the 40, 1st and 10, Desert Hills.
Desert Hills defense did their job getting them the ball back, and now they got to figure out how to move the ball. I mean, Brock Perry has been bottled up, whether they're going inside to him or trying to get him around one of the corners, and same with Noah Sewell. And this receiving corps doesn't have a star, and Coach Franke said they're a lunch pail group, but somebody needs to step up with a chance at a target down the field.
Noah Sewell out of the gun. They go heavy set left side, and they run that way, but Brock Perry hits the hole, the midfield, little stutter step, and a nice pickup of 15 yards for Brock Perry. He had that 13-yard touchdown run to start this game on the opening drive. And that was a nice run there. That's his longest run from scrimmage in this game of 15.
And Kina Taufa in there as the up back, leading them through the hole. And Brock Perry, he can stop on a dime and redirect where he's going. Great run there. And a good sign for this Desert Hills offense.
Jacoby Turlington kind of clipped him up, and then help came. But 1st and 10. Read option. Noah Sewell going to keep it. Put his head down, and he stood up and driven back. Katoa with a stop.
And the physical collisions between Noah Sewell and this time Katoa in the past, Brennan Bithell, have been, man, it's been fun to watch the physical play between these two teams inside the box.
9:07, clock ticking. Desert Hills taking a long time in this huddle. Of course, we don't have a play clock on the field we can refer to it. They got to be getting close to an official not checking his clock. He keeps that time on the field. Looks like they've got plenty. Thought maybe they're running up against the clock. Snap is off and play will count, and it's Brock Perry. Spin move juke. Wow, how did he make him miss? And he's going to get some extra yardage. Puts his shoulder down to finish off that run to the 38-yard line. And an impressive juke spin move by Brock Perry.
Yeah, Deshaun Allen had him dead to rights behind the line of scrimmage. He uses his shoulder, gets low, and also spins past Brennan Bithell and Allen, and then gets the edge, lowers his shoulder again on Samson Doyle. What a physical run there by the speedy Brock Perry.
3rd down for the Thunder. Twins to either side. They're going to run it. It's Noah Sewell, and he's going to run for the 1st down. Put his head down, ran into Bithell, and pushed ahead. And they're going to mark it at the Panther 29-yard line. And that's a fabulous Freddy's
1st down, and it's reminiscent so far of their first drive of the game. Able to run it outside, run it inside, convert on short yardage situations, take advantage of big blockers up front. Kina Taufa and Colton Madsen doing a good job as the wingbacks in this set.
First and 10, 7:44 to go, flags fly. And penalty going to go against the Thunder based on the claps from the Panthers, and looks like somebody just moved a little prematurely. False start is the call. Remember, our Dad's Trucking Player of the Game tonight. Longest running award we've had here since I've been in Southern Utah. We've been doing this for 14 years, I think it is now. Thank you, Dad's Trucking. We'll name it in our Johnson Pediatric postgame show. Also going to give whoever wins that award a Sports Clips MVP haircut for their acknowledgement of winning that award. And Noah Sewell is going to run off the left side. Has a little crease, puts his head down. Nice run there by Noah Sewell. Going to get a huge chunk, almost 10 of that back. So it's going to be second down and 5. 10-yard run for the Thunder sophomore quarterback.
We've seen the beef package on Pineview side. This time it's Desert Hills with Madsen and Tuufa on the left side with a tight end leading the block. And that's tough to stop as they get out up into Brennan Bithel's shoulder pads, get a good push and a good gainer there on first down.
And ran away from Panay Sewell. Panay playing that right tackle position. A highly decorated Panay Sewell. I don't remember, and I don't think there's ever been, as Noah Sewell, his younger brother, takes it for a couple-yard gain. Going to be just shy of a first down. Give him about 3, maybe 4. It's going to be third and a long 1. He's got offers from Alabama and USC and Washington and BYU and Utah, Big Ten schools, SEC schools. He just got a 5-star on certain sites. I think Rivals has him now 5-star recruit, if I'm not mistaken. Over 36 big-time Division I offers. State championship with his older brother Nephi Sewell, who's now at Nevada playing with his oldest brother Gabriel Sewell. Now he's blocking for his younger brother. This is a very athletic family, and Noah Sewell's already getting some interest and offers from schools like Alabama and more. As just a sophomore, and there is the run, and it's going to be enough for the first down. Needed just a yard, got a yard and a half, and that's the keeper for the Thunder quarterback, Noah Sewell.
And he's a little lethargic getting up after another hit, and he's taken several of them tonight as he reaches across for the first down, but he's got to keep it going here for the Thunder. Try to get back into this one as they inside the 25.
Did you see Brock Perry field that and take on Christian Reese and actually put a pretty good block on one of the best linebackers in Southern Utah? Christian Reese, talk about next-level guys with the Sewells. I think Christian Reese is a next-level guy, no question. We know Brooks Melee is garnished offers and verbally committed to BYU. His flag's flying. Looks like this is going to be another false start. And Coach Osmer asking for the fans to make some noise, saying, hey, that's good.
Yeah, and they've struggled with penalties at key times all night long. This one just a straight-up false start. Had a struggle with some shifts earlier on in the game. Now puts it back first and 15.
And now the snap, play action. Sewell going to take a shot going into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Intercepted, but out of bounds, they say. I don't know. I thought he got down, but a big break for the Thunder. Jashawn Allen would have had his second pick of the night. I want to see that on replay, Andy.
Yeah, I thought he got a foot in. The ball hangs up there again. Lofted up, trying to give Barbin a chance. Makes the catch. Oh, that's tough. It's tough. Toes were right close to the line. Too close for me to call from up here.
Yeah, then the official's obviously closer to us, and he thought he got chalk, and so take the pick away, and now it'll be second down for the Thunder at the Pineview 29-yard line. Desert Hills trailing in this game 28-7.
Great job on the replay there by our CEC TV crew.
5:01 to go in the third quarter. Thunder need a score on this drive, and it's going to be read option keeper by Noah Sewell, and he's going to get 2 yards. That's it. And it's going to be third and long. Third and about 13.
And Noah Sewell is so quick for his size and fast. We've seen it all season long, but so far this game, the Panthers are getting to his legs before he gets a chance to really get him moving. And now a third and long set up for probably a passing situation, but they have not looked good throwing the ball all night long.
Yeah, and it's certainly could be 4-down territory, down 3 touchdowns. So they might not. If you run it here, you're certainly going for it. But they're going to throw. Looking. Sewell fires, has his man, and it's caught. Caught over the middle, pushing and surging down inside the 10-yard line. Gavin Young, who caught the game winner from Quinn Kaiser at Rice-Eccles Stadium to beat Panthers for the state championship, and he comes up clutch right here.
And he just sits inside here in the zone. There's a big pocket for him, and Noah Sewell rifles it to him, and he hasn't been effective throwing it down the field and letting his receivers run under it, but he has been effective this year when he's thrown against zone and people are sitting in pockets.
They're going to run it to Brock Perry. Looking for a cutback. Now bounces outside. He's going to be hit at the 2, and that's a Gallion Welker big hit, and a flag flies in at the end of that. And maybe it either was late or it was up high around the head. There's obviously the huge emphasis across the country at every level on helmet to helmet. That's on the far sideline from us here in the booth. Officials are talking at the 3-yard line. And Brock Perry, pretty good run. He kind of tried to duck in and then pop back out. Took it down inside the 5, driven out of bounds. Then the hit came to drive him out of bounds, and the flag flew. I thought the hit came in bounds.
Yes, yeah.
I didn't think it was a late hit. Personal foul, helmet to helmet. It is helmet to helmet. So they did get the helmet to helmet contact there on the hit. And Jacoby Turlington kind of maybe got held there a little bit.
Man.
And was that who hit that? Was that Von Dinklage?
Yeah, I thought it was number 9.
Or was it just Sean Allen then?
Or I'm sorry. I
8?
think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was 8. Von Dinklage.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's unavoidable, let's be honest, but they're still going to call it on you. And now 1st and goal, and it is Brock Perry diving in. Touchdown, Desert Hills. They get the 3-and-out to start this half, and then they get the scoring drive. It took some time, but with 3:49 on the clock, we're a PAT away from a 28-14 game, and that's Brock Perry's 2nd touchdown of the night.
What a drive, another methodical scoring drive for Desert Hills. Only their 2nd touchdown of the game, but we're physical, battled through some penalties. Got a huge pass there on 3rd down by Noah Sewell for the conversion, and then Brock Perry diving in for the score.
Therapia extra point is up and good. Learn more if someone you know is suffering from addiction. Therapia.net. 28-14 game on the 1-loss scoreboard. Thanks to Brock Perry just diving through the pile for the score back in 60 seconds.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation.
America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Well, touchback on the kickoff, and the Panthers will have it at their own 20-yard line. 28-14 game, Andy. That was a much-needed drive for the Thunder to try to inch closer.
Yes, and they made big plays going outside, inside, throwing the ball, and that's exactly what they needed. Now they just need another stop here against Dallin Brown and Jacob Mapungi. Have a chance to make it a game here with a few minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Should be very interesting in the stretch. You know Desert Hills is not going to go down without a fight, but can they consistently stop the run? They did it that first drive here in half number 2. And the nice thing is that long drive for their offense actually and the half, that defense should be as fresh as they've been since midway through the 1st quarter.
Yeah, that's a good point because they were on the field a ton in the first half. But now Pineview looking, last series on third night they decided to run it. I think they might come to a point in this game as things get tighter here and we get down the stretch where they will need to throw for key first downs, and we'll see if they trust Dallin Brown against this really good and talented defensive side of Desert Hills to throw against them.
Hearst Ace Hardware updates. Still 7-0. Tosh Wright touchdown, and Snow Canyon leading Canyon View on the road with 8:34 left to go in the game. And last report we had was Dixie was up 28-0, and that one's into the third quarter now, I would assume, as well. Here, 28-14. And we've got just under 4 minutes left to go here in the third. And flag came out, and now a long visit for officials. We're waiting for the signal. You want to guess what the call is, Andy?
I have no idea what the call is.
Well, about to find out. And it's going to be a personal foul on Desert Hills.
I knew it.
So, he's ejected. We've got an ejection. What? No, who?
I admit he was signaling the number to Coach Hosner, but I couldn't read what fingers he was putting out to say who's gone.
Well, I saw the old thumb pointing to the sky. It was on Desert Hills, you would assume. So it was Brennan Bithell that got ejected. I thought he signaled it was against Desert Hills. The flag was against Desert Hills. So they went. It was offsetting penalties. Okay, so there was 2 personal fouls, and Bithell has been ejected out of this game. Wow. Yeah, he's a game changer for this Panther defense. Bithell ejected. This is the second Region 9 player tonight ejected. We heard news that over at the Dixie Hurricane game, Tyson Fisher got ejected. And I know if you throw a punch, you're probably going to have to sit that next game too. I don't know if on this infraction if it was a punch thrown or if it matters. Maybe it's an automatic 1-game suspension. I have to go to my rule book for that. Let's go back to live action. We'll sort that out as Mapungi's going to try to run wide, and he's taken down by Peyton Pace from the backside. And Peyton Pace just went on his back and then wrestled him down. He is a wrestler. His dad's the wrestling coach at Desert Hills. Used to be the wrestling coach at Dixie High. Used to be the club wrestling coach at Dixie State University. So he's got a wrestling background, is my point.
Yes, and he shows his wrestling skills on this one. First chasing down Mapungi and then hopping on, taking a ride, and then the 2-point takedown behind the line of scrimmage for Pace.
And lost a half a yard, so second down from just at the 19. Call it 2nd and 11 as Brown, bad snap. Got it, though, and darts through the hole, but taken down after just a gain of a couple.
Man, they are really packing the box, too, on the inside. They've got 8 guys inside with Jacob Stokes coming up close to the line of scrimmage, reading it really well, and then stopping him. Now, once again, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 coming up for Pineview. Will they decide to do a run-pass option or throw it, or will they just want to keep it conservative with that zone read?
Yeah, we saw that run-pass option earlier in the game. Brown overshot his guy incomplete. I believe that's the only pass he's attempted. And he's going to run, he's going to look to throw, and he's going to throw incomplete. He threw it on the run and just didn't set his feet and threw it well short. One hops to the receiver's legs. And the Panthers are going to have to punt the football. And Desert Hills just came out here in the third quarter, and they've stolen a little bit of momentum here.
Yeah, and really, they're rolling them out. They're trying to get them outside of the pocket to allow them to run if needs be, but just no chance to get it enough on it. Get it to his outside receiver. Pressure coming from the backside. And Desert Hills have got to be feeling pretty good right now. They did on that drive what their game plan was, make him one-dimensional, and they're getting the ball back in the third quarter, down 2 scores.
And the kick is away by Deshaun Allen, and it backs up, and Jacoby Turlington grabs it at the 41-yard line, and Desert Hills going to have pretty darn good field position here for their second drive in the third quarter. 2:27 left on the clock, 28-14. Pineview still has the 14-point advantage.
And it takes them a while to score. I mean, both of their drives took up a lot of minutes, but they got plenty of time. That's really not an issue, especially with how quickly they just got the ball back. They're still very much in this game. Obviously, Pineview misses one of their best players on defense, Brennan Bithell. So, right now, Thunder have a lot of momentum here in the third.
Did you see why he was ejected? I did not.
I didn't either.
I do have the replay monitor, but I didn't catch it. There's Brock Perry clipped up and taken down. Great open field tackle right there by Austin Peterson.
Just getting at his leg here. You see him come and take on the block, lay out Kina Taufa, and then
that's a football
dive
play.
Back in and make the tackle. Wow, that was impressive.
You cannot draw it up any better. Peterson did everything right. Forced the cutback, kept leverage, outside contained, came off his block, and then makes the tackle. Perfect. Second down and 10. Noah Sewell going to run it straight ahead, hit a wall. Little push. Still pushing. Still pushing.
Wow.
Little power football, little rugby scrum there, and he got 9 yards. He was hit 4 yards, and that pile pushed for 5 more.
And they are battling. You saw pretty much every member of the Thunder offense get involved to get a little bit more of a push. You said it hit a brick wall, but then ran right through it thanks to some guys pushing him from behind. And now it's 3rd and 2 coming up.
You get 300 plus of Panay Sewell on your back there and pushing little bro around. Panay really is a gentle giant, though. If you talk to him, we had him on after he was out in Oregon this summer for the big camp there. One of only 2 Utah players, and we'll get that story after this play. And there's Noah Sewell going to run a spin move, breaking tackles, first down and more. And Noah Sewell inside the 37-yard line. Well, they're going to mark him back at the 38-yard line. Still a really good run to move the chains. It's a fabulous Freddy's first
down, and we get to see a little bit of his joystick moves there with a spin. Hasn't been able to display much of that tonight, but they are moving the ball slowly but surely.
Yep, 44 seconds. Third quarter, 28-14. Desert Hills trailing, but with possession and driving. Thunder wearing the white uniforms, the white lids with the Thunder emblem on it, Thor on their helmet. Panthers all black. Black helmets, white numbers. And now flag for the near side official. Somebody moved in the trenches, either a false start or offsides. And it's going to be offsides on Pineview. Somebody jumped in. Oh, no. Offsides on Desert Hills. He said offsides, and I assumed he would point.
Yeah, he made the encroachment sign.
Did
they pointed to the.
Was Panay Sewell in past the football? I mean, was he lined up in the neutral zone offsides? You don't often see offsides on the offense. That's what we saw right there.
Oh,
folks.
Yeah, look at that.
He
saw on the replay, yeah, clearly in the neutral zone.
Now the snap, 1st and 15. Brock Perry has a little hole, cut back, and he's going to run hard down to the 30, and that's going to be a nice run, about 13, 14 yards. And that's going to be just exactly what the Thunder needed to get back some of that penalty yardage.
Yeah, he's running tough all night long. This run finished with his helmet getting torn off by Austin Peterson, but jukes out Samson Doyle a little bit, takes on a couple big hits. And
that's going to be the end of the third quarter.
That's the quarter.
28-14. Only team to score in the quarter was the Thunder, and they've inched closer. They're driving, knocking on the Red Rock Real Estate Red Zone when we come back on ESPN Radio and CEC TV. And we're back. Pineview. And, of course, Dixie, the only other undefeated team in Region 9, and they're beating up on Hurricane right now. Last report we had was 28-0. Desert Hills trying to keep pace, and if they do, they're going to have to come back from down 21 at the half. And now it's just a 14-point lead, and they've got possession. This is a big second down and 3 here coming. Panther crowd making some noise here, trying to encourage their defense. We've already had an ejection in this game. It was on a kickoff return where I guess Brennan Bithell got called for retaliation.
Yeah.
And got ejected. Second down. And Noah Sewell out of the gun, has the keeper, and going to take it to the left side. He breaks one tackle. He's going to push for the first down to the 25. Pure will.
Yeah, he is battling. Solo Katoa had a shot to drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, but was up around the cowboy collar space there. But Noah broke away and then kept battling, carrying guys for a couple yards.
Hearst Ace Hardware, corner of Boulevard Bluff, Main Street, Cedar City. A variety of products at prices to please. Get your honeydews this weekend on Visit Hearst. And it's 35-0 Barbin's fourth passing touchdown. This one to Forbes. 35-0 Flyers lead the Hurricane Tigers. Brock Perry bounced to the outside. He's going to get leveled. A big Galleon Welker, big hit. But he's going to have about 6 yards on first down. It'll be second down and 4.
Von Dinklage with another huge hit on the sideline on Brock Perry.
Second down. Now they're in the Red Rock Real Estate red zone right at the 20-yard line. Get a first down at the 16. 28-14, Pineview leading. With the Thunder with the ball here early in the fourth quarter. 11:23 left in this game. Panay Sewell's going to pop as tight end, go in motion, and they're going to run it right up the middle to Brock Perry. And now they're going to throw a flag. And it looked like Panay Sewell was going to come in and get a hit, and it looked like he laid off, but the flag came in anyway. I'm not sure on that one. They're going to call it on Panay Sewell, personal foul. That's going to hurt Desert Hills a lot. See if we have a replay for our audience online. And lots of ways. If you're listening on radio and you're headed home on your Thursday night, you can watch us on sportsradio977.com, TDS Cable Channel 22, CEC TV, or CEC TV YouTube channel. I saw Panay load up like he was going to make a block as the play was ending. Panay's tapping himself on his chest. Maybe he did make more contact than it appeared live. Certainly the official thought so, and that's why he threw the penalty flag, and a mistake there. See if the Thunder can overcome it. Now third down and 17 instead of third down and 2. That's costly. Noah Sewell going to run it, and he's going to get a couple, but gets to the 30 of Pineview. Certainly this is 4-down territory.
Yeah.
You know, that's a 2-yard, that's a more than a 2-yard run. That would have been the first down if they didn't have the penalty.
Yeah, that was a devastating penalty for Desert Hills, a mental mistake, and I think in this position, looks like they're making a few personnel changes, but I think you got to put him in a run, pass opportunity, roll him out somehow where he has a chance to throw it or run it on 4th and long here in no man's land.
Got Gage Baird wide. You've got Krager tight. Far side, you've got Barbin. Noah Sewell looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket, fires it into the end zone, and it's over the top, incomplete. And on 4th down, the Thunder come up empty, and the Panthers get the turnover on down.
Man, everything was rolling for the Thunder. We'll see here on the replay, looking for number 12, Gavin Young, who kind of comes up, and then he throws it as he's coming up, has to go back for it, and then it's just overshot. Samson Doyle on the coverage for Pineview in the end zone, but that penalty was really what totally changed the tempo of that drive and put him in an impossible situation there to convert.
So here comes Dallin Brown, 3 first-half rushing touchdowns. Mapungi has the 4th rushing touchdown. Dallin Brown's thrown 1 pass completion in this game. He's only attempted 3. And that was to Mapungi on a check down out of the backfield. They went for about 7, 8 yards. Run to Mapungi. He's hit, flag flies. Man, we've seen a lot of flags in this one. About a 3-yard gain.
That one thrown right in the middle
Jake Stokes on the stop.
Looks like he's calling for holding on the offense.
Yep. So Pineview, just like they did in that first drive of the half, they backed themselves up. We just saw how costly the penalty on Panay Sewell was for the Thunder. Really important for Desert Hills to get a quick 3 and out and try to keep the field position intact and preserve some time.
Yeah, and I think the luxury that Desert Hills has is knowing that Pineview is going to run it 3 times here. And now even with first and 20, you got to be able to stack the box and stop the run.
There's a run by Dallin Brown. Gets to the outside, has the edge, bounces it again to the 30. And out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. And it's going to be a nice pickup. Huge play.
And even as I'm saying that, they still somehow able to get around the edge and make a big play, make a few guys miss. He has been great.
So 12-yard pickup for Dallin Brown there. And hey, that what penalty? Here's 2nd down and 8 again. That's huge. But can they continue to get chunks? Brown again. Carter Reynolds from the backside just comes down the line and tackles Dallin Brown, and it's just a 1-yard gain.
Had a couple 3rd downs they've been unable to convert. This is 3rd and 6? Be interesting to see if they just stick with the game plan here. Key point. Up 14 with 9:10 left in the game.
Lots of scoring by NC State. They lead Louisville 24-19 into the 4th quarter. As Dallin Brown's going to hoist. He's going to complete it. And it's a first down to Michael Moten to cut back to the 50. Down the sideline to the 40. He can go. It's a foot race. 20, 10. Michael Moten to the barnyard for a little boogie. And the Panthers push the lead back up to 34-14. PAT pending.
Moten is electric. Just a little hitch route right at the sticks. He's done this several times already this year. He catches it for the first down, spins, and he is not going to be caught by anybody. Makes it 34-14. And 3rd and 6. Desert Hills probably expecting another run, but they decide to throw it to the comfort blanket, which is Michael Moten on 3rd down. He catches it, turns, and goes all the way for 6.
Thrapia extra point. And it's up. And a left-footed kick. Connor Brooksby is good. 35-14. Michael Moten did most of that. And that's an Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game nominee. Shed the first tackle, cuts back, uses the speed, gets a nice downfield block, and then outraces Peyton Pace for the 56-yard touchdown. We'll take the 30-second timeout. Thunder ball when we come back. They need a big rally. Panthers are rolling right now here at Panther Stadium. Welcome back. And remember, we were well over 25 points tonight with that last touchdown. We got 10 cushion on our Holbrook Asphalt big score dessert. 8 minutes, 43 seconds left in the game. Remember, if you're driving around listening on radio, head over to Yogurtland, ask for your big score dessert. You get 5 ounces free yogurt. Thank you, Holbrook Asphalt. for underwriting local sports. A fun little promotion we've got with Holbrook Asphalt.
And I was just going to say a couple series ago how Michael Moten, kind of a lonely guy in the last couple games with his new offense, run heavy without Ryan Javinez. Their connection was so pivotal last year and into this year. And just as I was thinking that, it's Dallin Brown finding him one of the biggest plays of the game, 3rd and 6, and gets to run into the end zone.
And now the Thunder break the huddle. You know, and if they don't have that penalty and they score, and it's 28-21, they can continue to try to rely on their run game. Now, you've got to have explosive plays. If you're going to run it, you got to break them. If you're going to throw it, you got to have big ones. And they're going to throw it here on 1st down. Noah Sewell dropping back. Now he's going to shoot up the middle and run. Makes a nice move, 1st down and more. And he's going to get out across the 35-yard line. Still going to the 40. That's pure determination from the sophomore Noah Sewell.
Man, what a physical run there by Noah Sewell, throwing guys off of him. And I like that look for Desert Hills, allowing the receivers to go downfield. And then he pulls it down with a lot of open space in front of him for a 1st down.
35-14. All Panthers, but can the Thunder strike quickly? Good start there, moving the chains. They're going to run and fly sweep. And Brock Perry's going to cut back, going to dance around, and he's going to get a 5-yard gain. Some hitting going on down there.
Goodness gracious. This time Noah Sewell hands the ball off and then puts a huge hit on Solo Katoa. One of the biggest hits of the game. He is playing angry right now, down 21.
And now Thunder got to go quickly. He didn't get out of bounds. You know, he's trying to fight for extra yardage, but costs a lot of time. No, did you see Noah Sewell with the hit there?
Yes.
Quarterback. Now he's trying to throw. Pressure coming. Now he rolls right. Stops, pops, throws, and incomplete. Couldn't find a receiver. Bought as much time as he could. Nothing there.
Yeah, he's looking a little tentative in the pocket tonight. He had time on that throw. Looks like he may have aimed it a little bit down the field.
Dixie leading Hurricane 42-0. Here it's 35-14. Panthers leading the Thunder. And Snow Canyon leads still 7-0 with a minute left in that game. Interesting night in Region 9 football, to say the least. Dixie, though, looks like if this score holds up, they'll be the only undefeated team alive. They might be without Tyson Fisher next week when they meet Desert Hills. Desert Hills will be with everybody, so unless something crazy happens, and a drop. And finally, Noah Sewell puts it right on the hands. Gavin Young looking for a second reception, and he absolutely dropped the football. 4th down, they got to go for it.
Yeah, we'll see here on the replay. Noah delivers a perfect ball here to Gavin and just puts his eyes on Samson Doyle as he's trying to catch it. It just falls to the turf.
You know, he's a yard shy of the 1st down, but if he catches it, you know, maybe a quick move and he pushes ahead, or it's 4th and 1 and you can try to run the football. Now you got to take a timeout to make matters worse. Yeah, if you don't get this, the game is really going to be over. Turnover on down. So you got to have the right play. Coach Lusk, former Utah Ute, Coach Frankie. There's Gabriel Sewell Sr., the brain trust at Desert Hills. We'll keep it right here. Hank's Riverwalk Grill timeout. Reminding you, any time of the day, lunch or dinner, any day of the week, except for Mondays, they're closed on Mondays, Hank's Riverwalk Grill offers you the local sports timeout special. Take a timeout, enjoy Hank's ribs. They're 2 for 1. Just ask your server at Hank's Riverwalk Grill at Sun River Golf Course. Just a reminder, we'll have the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game report. We'll hand out some awards when this one goes final. Dats Trucking Player of the Game. Dallin Brown, definitely in the mix again this week. He was named the Dats Trucking Player of the Game in our game of the week last week when they beat Hurricane 49-7. This offense really rolling with Brown at quarterback. No question about that. Thunder not dead yet, though. Huge fourth down. They're at the 45. Got to get midfield, just across midfield, in fact. And Sewell looks like he's going to throw. Looking. Pocket breaks down. He's sacked. He goes down. Christian Reese with the sack. And the Panthers defense comes up with a huge stop on fourth down.
And what a game Christian Reese has had all night long as he's on the sideline partying now with the Panthers. And the last thing you could do, taking a sack there on fourth down, young Noah Sewell, as the pocket collapses on him here. And Christian Reese just darting in and getting right at his legs.
You could tell Noah Sewell did not want to run for it. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Had he decided to run earlier, I think he would have cut ahead of Christian Reese and maybe had a chance. But he thought maybe a receiver was about to break free, and then the sack came. And a huge one it was for the Pineview Panthers. And now they can just try to chew some clock up 35-14 with possession at the Thunder 42. Faked him a punky, keep it. And a 2-3 yard pickup, maybe a little bit more as he pushed ahead for Dallin Brown. He'll get the 40, so give him 2. Dallin Brown having a night. He's got to have at least 24, 25 carries now. I'm not keeping official statistics, but he has been the workhorse. He has out-touched everybody, and with the ball in his hands, good things have happened. 35-point performance against one of the best defenses in Southern Utah in Desert Hills.
Yeah, made some huge plays in the first half, and now just kind of milking the clock a little bit here.
And they'll blow this play dead. Timeout Pineview. I don't know if Coach Hosner didn't like the play call or saw something scheme-wise, and we'll take it. 30-second timeout, 35-14 on the one-loss scoreboard. They're your dedicated personal injury attorneys. They have attorneys if you've been in an accident or other areas of law as well, onelaw.com. 30-second timeout back here in the fourth quarter. 6:37 left in this game. Panthers lead 35-14.
There is a place where young and old make connections. Where kids who like grown-ups, and grown-ups who like kids. There is a place where beauty arises in contrast, where wonder is universal, and laughter second nature. There is a place where friends find a future, families find each other, and feelings find their home. There is a place.
Yeah, Legend Solar going to be helping us with our Region 9 wrap-up show. Rustin, Paul, James, everybody back in the studio. You helping out with the wrap-up show tonight too, Andy?
Yeah, sure. Love it. Love Rustin and Paul. Always have the insight, analysis all season long. Do a great job in research.
And here's the play. Run up the middle, Mapungi. And he'll get 3. Third down and 5 for the Panthers. Working on the clock here, 6:27 and ticking. Appreciate Riverside Business Insurance. If you need to save on workers' comp insurance, it will do the trick for you if you own a business and you need to save. Contact Riverside Business Insurance today. So Snow Cannon has won 7-0. Only score of the game, a 3-yard touchdown run by Tosh Wright, but they have beat Canyon View. Dixie's up 42-0. Here's 35-14, and Dallin Brown looking for a first down, and he got it. That'll drain a bunch more clock. That's a fabulous Freddy's.
First down. Dallin Brown's got a bunch of them tonight as he's got a pulling guard and pulling tackle.
Look at Michael
and
Moten.
Yeah, on the edge there.
Love receivers that stay on their blocks. Huge. I really saw how powerful receivers blocking downfield could be last year, when in my first year covering Southern Utah University football. And they had guys like Mike Sharp, former Region 9 players like Ty Rutledge who played at Desert Hill. They really did an incredible job downfield blocking and staying on those blocks. And now read option, Dallin Brown going to keep it and surge ahead inside the 25-yard line. Another big chunk on first down, and I think Desert Hills kind of knows the realization is setting in that they are not going to have enough to win this game.
And it really is kind of becoming a one-man show for Pineview. I mean, Jacob Mapungi has done fine when his number has been called, but it just hasn't been needed. I mean, of the zone reads that they've called, seems like at least 70%. Dallin Brown keeps it and has been gaining good yardage all night long for the Panthers.
They could work some more clock. Just 4:50 to go. And Mapungi with the carry there on the left side. You're going to see counter step right, come back left, and then kind of ran into his own guy, and then the Thunder able to wrap him up short of the line of game, but it's going to be 3rd and about 2.
Brooks Melee there on the left side. I don't think he played much at all, if any, defense tonight, Double D. It's been a huge luxury, I'm sure, for coaching staff, allowing him to play one side of the ball at that pivotal left tackle position.
Good call there. 3rd down. It's Mapungi. Mapungi's going to have what appears to be just enough, or is he just short? It's going to be real close. Depends on the spot. Far side official coming in. And, of course, 4-down territory probably here because you're already at the Thunder 22. It's going to be just a yard shy of the 1st down on the spot. Huge pile up there. Looked like there was an opening, and now the heavy package comes in. Katoa. Solo Katoa coming in. Christian Reese. Austin Peterson. And Mapungi comes off. And they're missing a player. They're missing a player. And here he comes. That's John Perry. And I don't think he heard that it was heavy. He's back there looking at the scoreboard saying, we got this game. And now they got to burn a timeout. Hanks Riverwalk Grill timeout. And we'll take it. 30-second timeout. 4th and 1 for Pineview. They lead 35-14 with 3:20 left in this game.
There is a place where the desert comes alive, where rain breaks forth from solid stone and gardens spring from blistered rock. There is a place with enough color to make a rainbow jealous, where boulders are bigger than buildings and cliffs are higher than clouds. There is a place that will straighten your step, tighten your grip, widen your eyes, and open your jaw. There is a place.
Welcome back. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you. Our Findlay Volkswagen Game of the Week. And the Panthers trailed only 7-0. Rattle off 28 points straight. And now Dallin Brown on 4th and 1 going to surge ahead. 1st down and a bunch more down inside the Red Rock Real Estate red zone to the 15 of Desert Hills.
Dallin Brown just with some power football once again on 4th and short. Has his big linebackers up leading him on that one, and he busts through.
5 minutes, 36 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and New England leads 16-7. Low scoring Thursday night game. I thought there'd be more points scored in this one tonight. Cleveland has beaten the Yankees to lead their series 1-4. They went 4-0. They're up 1-0 in the series. Houston beat Boston today 8-2. Dallin Brown leading his team to a victory here as he scampers left and ran out of bounds down inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line. Yeah,
that just seems unstoppable. That play, has taken over football for the last 10 years, but tonight with Pineview fake, I mean, that is impossible to stop.
Louisville in trouble, about to get handed their second loss. NC State leading 32-19. Still 7 minutes to go, but NC State has the ball at the Louisville 43. There's a run right up the middle by Mapungi. Still fighting, and then finally goes down at about the 5. Gonna be just shy of a 1st down. Be 3rd and less than a yard. He kind of lost his footing out of the gate.
Yeah, it looked like even on the handoff, I don't know if he stepped on Dallin Brown's foot or what happened, but lost his traction immediately.
Clock continues to tick now as we got 2:15 left in this one. Again, we're going to be naming our Jimmy John's Super Sub of the game. Jimmy John's, all the Southern Utah locations. Freaky fast. Turkey Tom for me, please. My favorite. Brown, handoff, Mapungi. Bounces and immediately the speed, the wheels, the cut back, the power finish, and he is down at the 1, it looks like. First and goal, Panthers. Jacob Mapungi right there wanted the end zone. He tried to finish it off with the power after, boom, uses the speed. Look at him bulldoze and deliver the hit there on Cooper Kinney. And credit Cooper Kinney, though.
Yeah.
He wrapped him up and stopped him short of the touchdown.
Down. That was very impressive. I thought there was no shot of keeping Mapungi out of the end zone on that one.
So the Panthers will have to try to get in this play. They have 4 downs to score. 35-14, 1:28 to go in the ball game. Panthers with the big lead. Mapungi up and over the top. And I believe he's in for the touchdown. Pineview has struck again, his second touchdown of the night. He's got 2. Brown's got 3. And Michael Moten's got the only receiving touchdown on a 56-yarder that was really a short pass that he made a couple people miss. And everybody getting in on the act tonight for the Pineview offense.
Yeah, spreading around the wealth. It was all Dallin Brown, but good to see Mapungi get some carries in the red zone. Gets a couple touchdowns on the night. He's had a good game. I mean, not his most spectacular night, but he had one electrifying run and then some others in the red zone to get first downs and 2 touchdowns.
And PAT brought to you by Therapia, up and good. And Jacob Mapungi, second touchdown of the night, up and over the top, and the Panthers lead 42-14, 30-second timeout. Desert Eagles will have final possession, probably a couple runs, and this one will be in the books. And what was tabbed as the big game tonight, a rematch of last year's 3AA state championship.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another round. There is a place.
Yep, a lot of trips in the red zone and a lot of scores in the red zone for Pineview. In fact, they have not turned away the Panthers in the red zone tonight. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you here. Stay tuned. Camping World, Legend Solar, and Les Olson Company going to bring you the Region 9 wrap-up show, but not before we have the recap from Pineview and the post-game report brought to you by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Dr. Cody and staff make your kids feel right at home. We'll hand out some awards. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Just 1:21 to go. It's all formalities now. Probably going to be our final score.
What a way to respond by Pineview. They go 3-1 in the preseason, show really well against Lehigh. Come out, lose their first 2 region games. Some people get concerned. Get a big win, obviously, last week against Hurricane. And now their first opportunity to play one of the top teams in Region 9, and they just blow them out.
One of the other Thursday night games going on tonight, Provo just took the lead on Timpanogos, 38-34 with 1:48 left. That one going on up north. And there's a run right up the middle. Thunder have backups in at this point. And we'll have to snap it again. Now 2 more snaps. 106. And it was a first down. I believe they're going to move the chains. That's why the clock is stopping here with 106. You've got in at quarterback, I believe that's Wilstead. That's former Pineview Panthers' little brother. That's Logan Wilstead. And he's the future, only a sophomore. They think that maybe Noah, we might use a running back next year. That's a thought at least, but we'll see. Logan trying to get up to speed on the offense. Not as tall as Cody was. About 6 foot, 6'1". Hand off, there goes to Colt Madsen. Madsen going to take it ahead for about a 3-yard pickup. And now they'll have to run one more play, or is that it? I don't even think they have to do it. Be real close. 2nd down and 8. Final score going to be 42-14. What a good win for the Pineview Panthers to get back to 2-2 in region. I told Panther fans, don't panic when they started 0-2. All smiles, and for now it feels good after that feeling they had in November at Rice-Eccles Stadium. But still a long way to go, but definitely a stepping stone win for the Pineview Panthers.
Absolutely, and you know, everybody knew they got pretty much everybody coming back from their state championship run last year, yet they seem to be struggling against teams that people thought they would beat, and tonight is the best win of the season for Pineview, kind of re-announcing themselves as title contenders once again in 4A.
We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, the Johnson Pediatric District postgame show, hand out our awards, and wrap this up. And then Region 9 live to follow. Lots more. And don't forget, it's on, folks. The Holbrook Asphalt Big Score Dessert. You head to Yogurtland right now. Ask for your free Holbrook Asphalt Big Score Dessert. You get 5 ounces free. And Holbrook Asphalt's paying for it with over 25 points scored tonight. Plenty of points. 42-14 Panthers.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Information on hot water heating.
No. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out the words.
World music, playing track now.
No.
Let me try. Our daughter gets confused about which details in a story are important.
Which paper towels are most absorbent?
What?
Here are 5 product reviews.
Why are you not getting me?
See, I told you.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Yeah, welcome in, and Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you. Big win for the Panthers tonight, back to 2-2 in Region 9. Desert Hills Falls for the first time. They're 3-1, and they'll play the Dixie Flyers next week. And, you know, the way this region goes, I wondered at the start of the year if anybody would be undefeated, and Dixie the only team that has that chance. And remember, they were undefeated last year through region play, and then the injury to Barbin in the playoffs, they lost in the semifinals. And obviously, it was these two teams we just saw here tonight that played for the title. 42-14, the final score. And let's check the highlights in the second half. It was 28-7 at the break. And early on, the opening 3 and out. And then Desert Hills, long drive, but they marched down the field. And Brock Perry slips in for the touchdown. And at that point, you're thinking, okay, a lot of time left. 28-14 game. But Noah Sewell would drop back to pass. And then on a huge 4th down stop, he's tackled and sacked by Christian Reese. And then icing on the cake, Jacob Mapungi takes it in for the score. There was a chance there for Desert Hills prior to that to cut it to 28-21, but they had an unsportsmanlike 15-yard penalty that would, instead of 4th and 2 where they could have went for it, maybe got it, they were backed up, 3rd and 2. They backed up to 3rd and 17 and then got a few yards, and then obviously that's the sack, and that just really, really was probably your top nominee defensively for your AWP Playmaker Play of the Game, because Christian Reese was fantastic in this one tonight. If you were to go offensive Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game, you probably go to that score on 4th. It was 3rd down. Michael Moten, it was just a quick hitter. He picks up the 1st down, but then he takes it all the way 56 yards for a touchdown. So maybe we give 2 out, 1 on offense, 1 on defense. Why not? Panthers look good on both sides of the ball tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you on that 3rd and 6 to Moten. It was a pivotal try. Desert Hills was still within 2 scores, but Moten catches it, puts on the Jets, and puts the game out of reach.
So Appliance Wholesalers Plus going to bring you an offensive sack there by Reese, and you just saw that one, and then the long run after catch for Moten. And congratulations. Thank you, Appliance Wholesalers Plus, across the freeway from the Bloomington Market. And they've got new Samsung products. I was in there the other day. I've told the story before, but you can put the new Samsung fridge, the iPad pops up, and you go to TuneIn Radio, and you can go to Sports Radio 97.7, and you can listen on your fridge while you're cooking in the kitchen. You got to love that, baby. Check it out at AWP. Shannon Jesse, you can tell them I said hi. Let's go to our Dad's Trucking Player of the Game. Nominees, Mapungi, Dallin Brown, Christian Reese. And then there's a lot of other guys. Both Katoas played good. I think Jay Sean Allen had himself a night.
Yeah.
Really, Von Deekledge was on a lot of plays. I thought Turlington did some nice things. But, I mean, you want to go defense tonight. You hold Desert Hills, it averages 37 to 14 points. Then you probably got to go with Christian Reese. If you want to go offense, because, Desert Hills defense was only giving up 20 points a game and he scored 42, well, you probably go with Dallin Brown and co-MVPs, and you throw in Mapungi, because they had, 5 touchdowns between the two of them.
Yeah, tough to call. Dallin Brown really proved it against one of the best defenses, but then Christian Reese was all over the field, really slowed down Noah Sewell all game when he tried to run it. That's a tough call.
So we'll go, man, I was going to give you the final say, and then you said tough call and tossed it back to me. Thank you.
Well, hey, I'm going to go with Christian Reese. I mean, what he did defensively, not only on the pass, but run, stopping Brock Perry. He made that pivotal sack near the end of the game. He was all over the field all night long. It's hard not to give it to a guy who had 3 touchdowns, but Christian Reese was awesome.
Well, let me give you some Wilkinson statistics here. Dallin Brown 2 for 4, 41 yards, touchdown. Dallin Brown 28 carries, $136, 3 touchdowns. Threw for the other one, run for 3, 4 total TDs. Mapungi 19 for 80 and 2. And then, I think if you go offensively, you got to go with Dallin Brown slightly over Mapungi. But
yes,
Christian Reese, 6 solo tackles, 10 total tackles, and 3 tackles for a loss, including that sack.
And he was in there for the beef package, lead blocking on all those 4th down conversions. I mean, he was
Christian Reese.
He was awesome.
Dad's Trucking
I agree with you.
Christian Reese tonight. We went Dallin Brown last week because he had 6 total touchdowns.
Yeah.
So why not? Why not? Other tackle leaders, Koa Katoa had 5.5 tackles. Jacoby Turlington, again, nice game, 4.5 stops. Brooks Melee had 4 tackles. Von Dinklage had 3. The only question mark for next week will be Brennan Bithell with the ejection in this game. So that's gonna be a factor. But again, the other storyline in this game was the turnovers, Andy, and you had the bad punt, the muff punt, and then the interception. So really, in essence, 2, but the bad snap and then the punt.
Yeah.
I mean, it may as well have been a turnover because you actually lost net yardage on the punt. Pineview had better field position for where you're punting for because it hit the line of scrimmage and hit a Panther and then popped down and was returned by a Panther for better yardage.
Yeah, totally agree.
It was a defensive physical game tonight. 258 yards of offense for Pineview, 234 for Desert Hills, and just 23 passing yards for the Thunder. 1 of 7 for Noah Sewell. It's tough to come from behind when you're 1 of 7.
Yes, and he's had big games where he's thrown 250 yards and looked in sync, but tonight he was pressured a little bit, but throwing the ball down the field, only had that one strike that led to a touchdown eventually. But, yeah, he just off with his receivers all night long.
And, you had 24 carries, 114 yards for Noah Sewell, 15 for 95, 2 touchdowns for Brock Perry. If you were to get any kind of award there, you would probably go with Brock Perry, because he found the end zone for the only 2 scores of this game. Good night for the senior. He would trade them both for a win, but that's not the case. Pineview avenges the state championship loss from last season, 42-14. As for our Jimmy John super sub of the game, any thoughts there? Where do you want to go with that one, Andy?
Yeah, there were some guys who made big impacts defensively, especially for Pineview. We want to spread the wealth. I mean, Christian Reese was awesome, but you look at what Solo did defensively and offensively, would come in, especially early on in situations on the defensive line. Obviously, he's one of their stars and doesn't really fit the sub category, but man, there's a lot to choose from.
Has Jacoby Turlington been a starter all season, or has he earned that role later in the year? Because earlier in the season, I hardly remember calling his name, and tonight it seemed like he was flying around making some big stops. So, I don't know if he actually started on defense tonight or not, but and I'm not sure who came in for Bithell there in the stretch run there after he got ejected, but doesn't matter. Big win for Pineview tonight, 42-14. Thanks to Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, our post-game sponsor. Dr. Cody and staff keep your kids comfortable, feel right at home, and obviously go see him for that new patient special, because you get the x-rays, the exam, and the cleaning for one low price. Called Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Thanks to Dad's Trucking and Appliance Wholesalers Plus, as well as Jimmy Johns for some of our postseason awards. And man, Christian Reese getting himself Sports Clips MVP haircut for being named the Dad's Trucking POG. Paul and Rustin, we're going to take a timeout. The guys are going to kickstart Region 9 wrap-up from the studio with Andy Thompson here live on location, and then we'll get you some rundowns of the games. I'm going to try to make my way down on the field and grab a Panther interview for the Region 9 wrap-up show as well. 2-minute timeout. Back with more of our continuous coverage of Region 9 football on a Thursday night. Final 42-14. Panthers have beaten Desert Hills.